Welcome everybody. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but we are here. It's NA Season 3, Week 4, Division 3. Our first game's actually, first match already happened, but I heard first joining me here, I want to introduce our casters for the day, is Thenlar and Game Jammin'. So yeah, how you guys doing? We'll start with Thenlar. How are you?
I am doing great. We had a really good game on Ilios. I'm sorry that no one else could see it, but we got to watch it. There was some great play from Lumberwatch team play, some fantastic Genji blades from Aloha on Lumberwatch. But yeah, I'm really excited to cast this and see how everyone else can see what we're seeing live.
That's right. And Game Jammin', how are you?
I'm doing great. I really enjoyed the first game. It was a fun game to watch. Definitely some good play from Muffin Button there on Widowmaker, and we had some Masterclass Reinhardt play, baiting, going for the Earth Shatter, and getting a great kill.
Awesome, very good stuff. Well, guys, I'm just going to show this really quick. Again, this just to catch everyone else up. It's Initio Academy versus Lumberwatch. You may know them as Initio Gaming Academy. We're just shorting up real quick here. Lumberwatch is ahead 2-0 on Ilios. They took it. They took the map Ilios, and now it's on to King's Row. Lumberwatch will be attacking first. So, yeah, we'll be getting into the game very shortly. But yeah, so guys, I mean, could we talk about who were the standout players from from the first games?
Well, as mentioned, Aloha had a really great game as Genji. He actually had Dragon Blade at the end of the first fight on Ilios Ruins. So look for him if he's continuing playing Genji to get a lot of value from those Dragon Blades.
I'm actually interested to see whether Aloha is going to switch up to the Pharah for King's Row. She can be really strong on the first point. But if you want to pay attention to Initio Academy, the one player I'd look out for is Jay Listen. He is a Grandmaster player, so you should expect to see his DPS carry, although he had issues getting it to work in the first round.
Yeah, Jay Listen apparently specializes in Soldier, so if Aloha does switch to that Pharah, Jay Listen Soldier should be able to pick her out of the sky pretty well. The tank play from Initio Academy has been a little bit weaker. Their Magico Tetsu has been playing Winston, and he's kind of been burning his ults after fights have been lost and not getting a lot of value out of them. So one of those things we're looking to see out of Initio Academy is to get better ult management, value out of their ults, and then they should be able to turn this around.
Yeah, I mean, it was, I would say overall we had some communication issues, so it wasn't necessarily just Magic. It was just unfortunate that he was the last player alive, and then when activate the ult, and you're like, oh, it's not the best timing, but hopefully they can turn things around right here on King's Row.
All right, so we have loaded into King's Row, and let's take a look at what we're seeing from the teams. Defensively, blue team is going to be Initio Academy, and they're currently showing a Reinhardt and Winston with a Genji and the Junkrats, ever popular, and a Mercy Zenyatta for supports. What do you make of this composition there, Game Jammin'?
Well, I definitely think Mercy and a Junkrat are absolutely essential in King's Row with the current meta. Junkrat is so strong right now, and with a little bit of chokes and a little bit of focus, he can get so much done. And let's not mention, Mercy is going to be guaranteed pretty much in every single map because she is a little bit OP right now, which I'm kind of glad to see that we're going to be seeing changes. However, for this game, we'll have to see whether Maximus can maximize the amount of revives that he can get done. I went there. I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah. All right, attack-wise on Lumberwatch, we're looking at a Ryan and Winston as well for tanks, with a Widowmaker for Muffin Button. Once again, Aloha still on that Genji. Pip is on the Mercy, and Thick is sitting on Mei, but I'm guessing that's probably going to change.
Is that the troll pick? We'll have to see.
Yeah, it looks like Thick swapped over to that Lucio.
Yeah, now it looks like the way they're setting up their defense is a really smart idea. Is Junkrat is sitting inside the hotel, and it looks like they're sitting on the back corner of the points. That's how I see a lot of the pros play, and hopefully it turns out good for them. Let's see. They're coming in right now.
Yeah, trying to avoid those Widow picks. Muffin Button is moving up and around to try to get some sight lines, but Initio Academy is hiding back pretty well away from that Widowmaker. On the high ground here, you said Winston on the blue team. Initio Academy had to fall back, and now the Lumberwatch is on the point, and we're contesting it. Both teams are fighting, trading back and forth. They charge from DFX, and 3 kills for Lumberwatch.
Now Maximus puts out the revive, but it's going to the Zenyatta, and Zenyatta's getting held out from the point. It looks like Lumberwatch is going to take the first point.
Yeah, very dominant performance in Lumberwatch here. They took no losses. Bango does get demeched here, however, and is going to have to wonder about, see if they can get back into the mech somehow. Bango is also demeched. And both teams are setting up for this new Streets phase very quickly.
So the good news is that Initio Academy has already back up to full strength again, or mostly full strength, so they can hold at the choke. It looks like they're not going to contest the first tunnel. They're going to wait back a little bit, which is probably a good idea. Jay Listen gets a nice early pick here, though, but it is revived.
Yeah, there's that strength and mercy once again, picking up those early first picks aren't as important as they used to be. Jay Listen gets a huge Riptire into the attacking team, triple kill, and now Initio Academy is going to push their advantage.
Now, I still got to be careful of Muffin Button, but Pip should have revived very, very soon. Looks like in 6 seconds, so they can be aggressive with their defense right now.
Well, Pip's on the offense, so Lumberwatch is moving on into the attack role. And moving that payload forward, they're skirmishing at the corner here. Both teams just... There's a huge charge from DFX, followed up by Bango. 1, 2, 3 kills. Aloha does get taken down, but he gets immediately rezzed right after, along with DFX, and Lumberwatch has got a very nice assault, taking out several members of Initio Academy and win this payload.
So there we go. Looks like Joke is backing off on the Winston. He's going to try to stay alive. He might get picked. Oh, the good. Mercy comes in to save him. Now, I'm wondering here if Initio can go and contest the payload. I think they should be able to do it. They have the numbers, and they almost have the Winston ult to buy time.
Yeah, both teams are huge. Oh, massive Earth Shatter there from Lumberwatch. Comboed with the Diva Bomb, gets 2 kills. Aloha picks up the third one in Magic after Jay Listen was killed. So that's the 5th kill now. Payload hits point 2.
Now, I'm surprised there that that time I might have actually called for Winston to activate his ult to buy more time, but they decided it was better to give it up and try to go for the next defense spot.
2 kills there from Initio Academy is going to really help them on their defense. They can push in and stop this payload right here if they're aggressive about it. Yeah, they're going to move in, and Lumberwatch is going to back out and wait for their respawns. Oh, but a pick on Magic, but he gets res, so Lumberwatch is still going to have to wait before they can attack.
They're waiting upset the defense. Right now, Initio is sitting on 5 ults, and Maximus is at 60%, so they definitely have a strong position right now, and they should be able to hold a good defense, but let's see if they can manage their ults this time.
There was a charge in from DFX, ill-advised, wasn't followed up by anyone, gets killed. Dash gets a sword kill on Pip, so there's not going to be any res. Joke coming in there with his Primal Rage, hits a jump kill on Muffin Button, squishing him, and then punches Thick to death. All that's left is Bango, who gets demeched, and then Initio Academy is going to back out and leave that baby diva alone.
That was a great defense right there. Bought them a lot of time. Now, they still have a lot of time to kill, though, sitting at 4 minutes.
That's a great deal of time. Initio Academy is sitting on 4 ults, and Lumberwatch only has 3. Well, 4 now. Bango is about to get back into mech, so it's not an ult. Bango is at 90% for the bomb. Both teams skirmishing at this corner now, trying to get that early pick. And an Earth Shatter. Doesn't get any kills. Counter Earth Shatter from Magic. Gets everyone. 1, 2 kills from Dash.
That was a brilliant counter Earth Shatter. Aloha's not giving up, though. He's still fighting.
Yeah, Lumberwatch comes back pretty strong, but 2 reses from Maximus as Maximus pops off his Valkyrie ult. Jay Listen's Riptire gets taken out by DFX. This really nice fire strike there. And both teams are just all over the place fighting out now.
Yeah, definitely all over the place, but Initio Academy is doing a good job of just holding their own. The more time they buy, the better, right? And Joke's got his ult, so he can activate, and here he goes.
Here's a dead eye from Muffin Button waiting in the back. Doesn't look like he's going to find anyone in his sights, however. And then Lumberwatch is getting several kills in a row. Jay Listen goes down. Here's Dash all by himself up in the enemy team. He's getting hammered to pieces. Dash just gets out in time. And now Initio Academy is going to have to fall back and regroup. Joke dies. And now this payload is moving.
It's moving forward after buying some time, but here comes in the Riptire. Can they contest it? Oh, ooh, this could be... Oh, it doesn't get anything done.
Yeah, Bango gets killed on the Bengo gets the kill on the tire. Dash gets killed and res, and Maximus dies for that, and then Dash is immediately killed right after. Lumberwatch is rolling along. Thick does get taken out by J-Listen, however. Oh, here's a rocket barrage from Aloha. Gets 2 kills. Beautiful ult from that Pharah.
Oh, and he's holding the Mercy in place. Mercy can't go out. Mercy's gonna have to try out the other door. And no one can contest. Great job there by Lumberwatch. They are able to push through with 2:07 left on the clock. I feel like the switch over to Pharah was actually really, really good in changing the tide of the battle, and they did not contest it all that well, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was really good work by Lumberwatch. They had a little initial. They got that initial push. They got stalled out a little bit in the streets, but then they picked it up, rolled through to point 2, and then they hit point 3, which is typically a difficult point to attack since the defense is spawning right behind the final point there. But Lumberwatch, once after a couple of hiccups in their attack on point 3, managed to get everything together. Got a nice big skirmish, got a couple of picks, and yeah, that Pharah did a lot of work. Initial Academy didn't have anyone on hit scan to deal with that, so they made it through with a really strong time. So what do you think of these team comps we're looking at here? So Lumberwatch is on defense. Or no, yeah, defense. So what do you think they're running here?
So with Lumberwatch on defense, we have, let's see here, I'm going to go switch over to DFXC. Looks like they're running a 2-2-2, but they're running a Doomfist? That seems like an interesting choice. However, Aloha has proven to be very flexible indeed. And so we're going to see whether that Doomfist works out. It can be great in the hotel, but I feel like on the point, it may be difficult to execute.
Well, we'll have to see how that works out. There are a number of walls around the point and the point itself. On the offense, Initio Academy here is got Magic on the Zarya while Joke is staying on Winston. Dash is on that Widowmaker again. J-Listen on the Tracer, and the Mercy Lucio support combo. Looks like it's kind of divey here. Let's see how long Dash stays on that Widow.
Yeah, the real question is if Lumberwatch is going to do something to contest or not. The only person that can really contest is probably Bango on the Diva.
Yeah, well, Initial Academy is a very aggressive attack. They're pushing into the choke point. Dash has moved up to get a better view. Aloha's on that flank there. Watch for that Doomfist to try to get a punch on someone in the back line. And Dash is moving up. Oh, Aloha's gone up there after Dash. Gets that early pick. Muffin Button picks off Joke as well. Gets rezzed by Maximus. But they're already at a 5-6 disadvantage. Frog Jesus goes down, and there's Maximus. This fight's won by Lumberjack already.
That was a brilliant fight by Aloha. That was a perfect flank, catching the Widowmaker off guard, and then sitting, like, after getting that Widowmaker, still had full health, could contest the rest of the team. And, Initio Gaming, I don't think they knew what hit him.
Yeah, J-Listen and Dash are swapping around. J-Listen's gone to that Pharah to deal with that Doomfist, who's not good at dealing with Pharah, and Dash is moving on over to that Genji. Both teams pushing in there. Aloha trying to get that flank again. Now he's in trouble. He's going to have to retreat to his team.
J-Listen tries to go in with the boop. Didn't work out, but it's okay. They are pushing in very strongly, and J-Listen's able to get a lot done here and can contest the Doomfist appropriately.
Yeah, Dash gets killed, Muffin Button. There's it. Oh, Earth Shatter coming in. Maximus gets pinned by DFX, but DFX immediately killed after by J-Listen. Both teams trading kills right in here, but Lumberwatch is down 4 members to their team now. So Initio Academy should be able to take this.
Yeah, it looks like they got in a bag. It was a great job that they were immediately able to switch over to new team members. Oh! Okay, good save. Good save with the Pharah indeed.
Oh, looks like new Lumberwatch is going to attempt to contest this. Mercy comes in with the Valkyrie, the double res to pick up everyone, and now Lumberwatch is still contesting with half the point only taken. Aloha drops in with that Meteor Strike, gets no kills. Thick pops his Transcendence and is just contesting. Both teams are just skirmishing around with 6 members.
They are definitely trying to buy time, but this is going to be a futile attempt, I think. J-Listen's getting a lot done in the air. Muffin Button just can't get him down.
Oh, here's a big Graviton from Magic, and 1-2 kills and a res, so it looks like Initio Academy is going to take this point for good this time.
Yeah, Yeah. Now they did buy some time, and it looks like Initio took a longer time to get the point. So let's see how far they get done in the streets phase here, and whether they are able to push straight through, or if they run into a strong Lumberwatch contest.
Yeah, it looks like Aloha swapped over to a Pharah as well, so we're going to have some Pharah v Pharah air battles here. DFX tries to go for the Earth Shatter, does get Maximus in the back, but he's not going to be able to capitalize that. Here's a Deadeye from Mutton Button, gets looped away by the ulting Joke, who is killed, however.
Now, it looks like they did a great job here. They decided to contest at the tunnel, where there's a nice little choke. Makes it really hard to get past the Reinhardt shield, with the Pharah shooting right behind on the choke.
Yeah, Aloha gets another big kill. Here's a self-destruct coming in. 2 kills for Bango, getting a Maximus and Joke, and Initio Academy is really going to have to fall back here and rethink their approaches to this choke points.
So it looks like, looking at the ults here, we have most of Lumberwatch's ults have been burned, except for the Mercy. However, Jay Listen is sitting here with a Rocket Barrage, and might be trying to go for a flank, but Muffin Button is watching in the back.
Hey, Jay Lison's coming around the backside now, lobbing and rockets and Muffin Button. He's getting into the back of the team. You have to watch out for that opposing Pharah above him and land a good rocket. Lumberwatch is falling back. Here's that barrage from Jay Listen, 2 kills. He eats a couple rockets to the face. Aloha takes him out, and then there's a res. Res is on both sides.
So we have the Zenyatta ult popping off, and it did buy a little bit of time, but Pharah was patient, and as soon as that finished off, he was able to take out both Zenyatta and the Reinhardt, and now we have to push through.
Here's that barrage once more. You can see that very patient from Jay Listen coming in and then waiting for his enemy team to be low and getting a pair of kills right off the bat. Right now, you can see Initio Academy is pushing towards the second point. I don't know if Lumberwatch is going to be able to contest. They're coming in as fast as they can, and they get that quadruple Earth Shatter, 1, 2, 3 kills from that barrage, and Initio Academy is not going to make this point. Aloha gets 5 of those finishing kills.
This is such a key time to be doing it. With 2 meters left. Basically, the attackers are going to have to come all the way back from the beginning. This is a great time to be holding. Good job overall.
Yeah, this is where the defenders can equalize that respawn difference. And now Initio Academy is going to have to push into a 6 versus 6 and really push this fight hard. Here's the starting off sound barrier as Initio Academy initiates the fight. Both teams skirmishing around the point. Not a lot of other. Joke using his Primal Rage, moving this point up. Managed to punch off the defenders long enough to get that point to move up. And now Lumberwatch is going to have to retreat regardless of how they're doing, because the respawn advantage for Initio Academy is going to be very strong.
Oh man, that was a good ult right there too. Now, Jay Listen did go down immediately, but his barrage accomplished what it needed to and got the 2 kills.
He was immediately res after, and Dash eats a fire strike to the face. Jay Listen gets that air shot on the opposing Pharah, and the payload is not being attended to by anyone in Initio Academy for a moment there. While they had won that fight, it wasn't actually moving. Lumberwatch is regrouping.
Oh, can they get here before overtime starts up? They've got 2 minutes left. They can do it if they're able to get another successful team fight.
Here comes that Diva Bomb, falls right into the Winston's shield and gets no value, but Lumberwatch is all over that payload now. Unfortunately, Jay Listen gets a kill on Muffin Button.
And it looks like Lumberwatch gets the hold of this fight. Jay Listen gets revived. Let's see whether he can get anything done. He's going to have to push back. It's not going to work with Zenyatta using his ult.
Yeah, you see Joke there jump off at the very end. Unfortunately, I would like to point out that Dash there used his Genji blade, was running around the backline swinging, but got no kills out of it. It's a really unfortunate use of his ult, wasted it with no kills to show.
Now, right now, they are sitting on the only ult they've got is Magi's Zarya Graviton. So let's see whether they can get something done with that. Aloha is sitting there with Tracer and the Pulse Bomb, and if he can get an early pick to start off the fight, it might be... Ooh! Here comes the Graviton. There's a few kills going their way.
Yeah, 2 kills on the part of Initio Gaming, including the Mercy was killed by the Graviton, which is very unusual. Dash gets another kill on DFX, and now that's 3 kills in favor of Initio Academy. They've got a really good advantage here to push this payload. It's coming up on that golden victory. However, Lumberwatch is back into contest. Attack flies are activated by Muffin Button. Let's see if he gets any kills out of this. He's immediately booped off by Frog. Jesus, that is unfortunate.
Oh, Joe just barely getting there in time with the ult. Lumberwatch is trying to hold, but Jay Listen's on top, and there we got the kill.
That didn't quite drop into overtime, but both teams did finish the maps now. Initio Academy is going to have 1 minute to attack first and push as far as they possibly can. Lumberwatch sitting on 2 minutes and 50 seconds to respond to the attack. All right, so do you think we're going to see a cheese comp out of Lumberwatch here on their defense?
It would be potentially worth trying, but I have a feeling they're going to be a little bit above the cheese comp. Nothing wrong with it, but they were playing very strongly. They were contesting pretty well. So why break something that's still working?
Yeah, definitely. They're not going for the cheese comp. It looks like Muffin Button staying on the McCree now. Thick has gone over to an Ana, and of course we have that Mercy nonetheless. Bango is no longer playing Diva and has switched over to the Soldier, while Aloha is on the Diva, presumably to make use of the tracking skills. We were talking about before, we saw that Lumberwatch actually has 2 flex players listed on their roster, and only 1 DPS and only 1 tank main. So we were looking to see what kind of flexible comps they come out with, and this looks like one of them.
Well, to be fair, Aloha is seemingly the flex DPS, and Zarya, you know, if you get up to 100% charge, she can act like DPS, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That laser will just melt people.
So we got Dash over here on the Pharah and Jay Listen on the Reaper. We're going to see whether they can get any damage done. It's all going to come down to Dash and whether they can push people out of position.
And Dash already very low there, eating a couple of long-range shots, but getting healed up by the Mercy. And Lumberwatch is sitting on the point. Oh, they're split up. Maximus gets killed by Thick in the air. Jay Listen gets charged, but counterattack, counter kills. Nisha gets 2 more. DFX gets a kill on Magic. It's a res on Aloha. Both teams are sitting fairly evenly now. And looks like Lumberwatch has got the better of it. There's only 20 seconds left on the clock. Joke is on the point, gets killed. And it looks very strong here for Lumberwatch. Can Initio Academy get back in time?
They're backing up. They're going to see... we're seeing a switch from Dash to the Genji with 10 seconds left. Let's see whether this works out. I don't know. I kind of like the Pharah.
Yeah, the Pharah... Well, I guess Muffin Button was up there with that McCree. There's a kill on Jay Listen, who immediately gets res. There's Earth Shadow coming from DFX. Maximus immediately killed along with Magic. Dash gets a kill on Muffin Button in the back there, but Joke is demeched and then blasted by Bango. And I don't think Initio Academy is going to be able to do anything with this. All that's left is Dash, and he's down.
Yeah, it felt like it was actually a pretty good job by Dash at the end, trying to pick off some players, but unfortunately, by the time he was able to get the picks, the rest of his team fell apart.
Yeah, a really strong defense from Lumberwatch now. They've got 2 minutes and 50 seconds to take 33% of point A, and they'll win the second map in a row.
Now, I'm going to turn this around on you, Thenlar. Do you think Initio is going to pump out with the cheese comp?
Well, I mean, they're showing a Bastion right now, along with an Orisa, and the Junkrat there on Dash. So it's looking pretty likely. Junkrat's still sitting in the payload. I mean, Bastion is coming out. So yeah, they're definitely running the Bastion at least. That's going to be difficult. I mean, 2 minutes and 50 seconds is a long time. The cheese comps tend to work best when you're surprising people with them, because you hit them in the face with a couple of turrets and they're like, oh, crap. And then, but with 2 minutes and 50 seconds, Lumberwatch is going to have an opportunity to swap up their comp and try to deal with this Bastion.
It's really going to come down to the adjustment here or not. Now, the question is Thick really going to be running the Mei? I wonder if they're maybe expecting it, and that's why... Oh, no. Just teasing us again.
That's just Thick's standard troll pick. I guess, you know, because the joke is Mei is very thick, so...
there we go. Now it all makes sense. Case closed.
Case closed. All right, looks like Muffin Button is going with that Widowmaker, and Aloha staying on the Genji. Here's some early grenades coming in from Dash. DFX does eat a couple of shots from that, and Dash is at 15% charge. Aloha moving in. He's going to be able to report on that Bastion, so his team is aware of it. Missed Fire Strike. And both teams are just slowly moving in, but that Bastion's going to shoot through that shield very quickly. Oh, looks like Lumberwatch is going to go into the hotel on the right side. Let's see how this flank goes out for them.
Muffin Button's trying to get some damage button, but the shields are really holding him out.
Oh, that was a huge sleep dart onto the Jay Listen, who gets charged and killed, and then res by Maximus, but he's not going to have time to set up. DFX gets 2 kills, Dash goes down. Jay Listen is set up and gets 2 kills, 3 kills, and then put to sleep. And then killed by Aloha. All that's left is Joke at the point, who gets killed by a biotic grenade from Thick. Aloha and Thick will take the point.
Jay Listen really played his heart out there at the end, but unfortunately, the Bastion just fell apart.
Literally.
His pieces were all over. Let's look at this play of the game again. Aloha with the Earth Shatter into the Pharah Rocket Barrage combo. Excellent.
This was a really strong defense from Lumberwatch, where they stopped Initial Gaming at the very end of point 2 there. So now we're looking at Lumberwatch sitting at this match 2-0. There's only 4 rounds in a overall match, so at best Initial Academy can hope for is a 2-2 tie. What do you think about the match there? What were the strengths that Lumberwatch had? Is it more of the same, or did they display something else here that they didn't show in Elelios?
What I was extremely impressed with was Aloha's flexibility. It seemed like Aloha did a great job of just picking up whatever character needed to be played according to what phase of the game they were in. If they were in the first phase, you maybe run the Pharah. Second phase, you maybe switch over to another character. And then we even saw him on tank as a Zarya. It was fairly impressive overall. And then Jay Listen, he really was trying to carry and put a lot of work in. I did like that Initio seemed to react quickly and make definitive switches. So even in the beginning, with only a minute left and the Pharah not working out because of a McCree soldier, they switched over to the Genji, and they tried to get it to work, and it almost did.
Yeah, I mean, they got really right in there, and it was good work by them. Bango was the Diva player, but he's listed as a flex in the roles for Lumberwatch. We noted that we actually noted when we were looking at the players before the game that Bango had a lot of playtime on Soldier as opposed to Diva, and then you saw that there at the end there when they swapped up their composition. So it looks like the next map, the choice has been Volskaya by Initio.
And is the Lumberwatch going to be attacking? It looks like it so far.
Yeah, it's going to be right. So, the Lumberwatch will be attacking, but up 2-0, as you guys already mentioned. Either way, we're going to play all 4 maps, so it's going to be like group stages of Overwatch World Cup. But yeah, so like you said, the best Initio can do here is get a tie, but again, a lot better than a loss, and especially a 4-0. So, yeah, I mean, for you guys, if you're Initio in this situation, what adjustments do you need to do? Or let's say this: what is the one person you need to shut down on the side of Lumberwatch?
I mean, that's hard to say because they've had some really strong play from a lot of their hero players here. I really feel like the tank play has been the big distinction here because Jay Listen has been getting a number of kills as the DPS. The two teams' DPSs are doing their job, but the tank play from DFX has been amazing, and Magic and Joke are really going to have to step up to match his play.
Now, I'm going to point out that although Initio has been losing fights, there have been fights that they have won by winning tank battles. We did see one time when DFXZ was baited into using his Earth Shatter, and then they turned it around, and Initio came in with their Earth Shatter. So it's not like a hopeless battle at all. I believe they can put up a good fight, and maybe if they switch up strategies we see Frog Jesus here on the Sombra, that might be the ticket to changing things up and doing a little bit better.
Yeah, a very popular pro strategy on Volskaya here is the Sombra play because you have all those medkits surrounding the point to charge EMP. Dash is sitting here on that Pharah, so it looks like a triple DPS with a single support and Sombra as the pseudo support for the defending side with those health packs. Thick on that troll pick once again.
Yeah, I know. I was going to comment on it. I'm like, no, I'm not going to comment it on anymore. I've less than now.
You learned it. You've learned.
So we have the 2 tanks from Initio sitting near the forklift, which I think is a good choice to be sitting because that's where they can run back to if they want a health pack. And as you said, noting that there's only one support, They better be getting those health packs to charge up Sombra.
It is not a troll pick. Thick is staying on the Mei. Counter Sombra from Aloha. Pip on the Mercy as well. Aloha
Wait
gets
a
huge
second.
shot early.
They're trying to set Reinhardt up. Oh, it didn't work out. They were trying to push Reinhardt up and over into the gap. It didn't seem to be high enough to do anything, though.
Yeah, it looks like Aloha has hacked that pack in the back. Oh, there's a kill on Joke who gets rezzed. Thick goes down as well and is not rezzed yet. Dash goes down. A couple of early kills here from Lumberwatch, but it's still a fairly even fight. Oh, there goes Frog Jesus. No EMP for Initio Academy.
Now, it's unfortunate to have the Sombra die so quickly. So the question is, are they going to switch off the Sombra or going to keep it going? And it looks like they're keeping it going with Sombra.
DFX getting 2 kills, Bango getting the 3rd kill, and Lumberwatch is going to take point A in pretty convincing fashion. 3 minutes remaining on the clock, and they'll get several more. I think we're going to be looking at a 7-minute point B now.
Oh man, that's going to be tough. Now, Frog Jesus was almost considering switching heroes, but it looks like they're going to try to stick out the Sombra. She is sitting at 70%, so she will definitely have an ult this round. Unless she switches, which she's looks like she's going to do, or Frog Jesus is going to do, over to Zenyatta to have 2 supports.
4 ults coming in here for Lumberwatch. They have a really opportunity here to snowball this entire thing. Here's the EMP from Aloha, who immediately gets killed, followed by a D.Va Bomb. Bango gets 2 kills. Aloha is immediately rezzed by Pip. DFX kills at Maximus. Dash goes down. Frog Jesus goes down. Here's a Deadeye from Muffin Button, which gets no one. And this snowball is real. 6:10 remaining on the clock. 1 minute and 50 total for the round.
Score 0-2.
You got it.
Switching sides.
So we have the EMP going off, but I feel like it didn't get enough done. Unfortunately, it was like a little too late.
Well, it was an EMP from Aloha on the attacking side there.
Oh my gosh, I did not even pay attention to that. I missed it with the Aloha. I was paying attention to Frog Jesus. No, you're totally fine. That's actually a really important point to point out, was that getting the Sombra built up so quickly for the second attack was key to getting that done. If I had paid attention, I would have seen the hacks were going on. I just saw a team getting wiped.
Yeah, Aloha got the hacks followed immediately by Bango's D.Va Bomb. So that got them a couple of kills and started the roll. But on defense here, it looks like Bango is going to be on the Soldier and Thick is going to be running the D.Va this time.
Now looking over to Initio, they're going to need to regroup. What's important to note here is that despite having a bad time, they can still make up the time if they have a strong attack as well. And I've known these points to go 4, 6. I haven't seen 8 yet, but I would not put it past people if attacks go well and defenses screw up.
I've been part of an 8-round game myself, but that was on Horizon Lunar Colony, which is notoriously attacker-friendly.
Very true, very true.
Volsky is a little bit tougher unless you can get those snowballs, as we just witnessed. But the fastest I've seen Volsky go is 1 minute 30, so it's definitely possible for Initio Academy to roll this team up and get a better time. It's just going to be very difficult in the face of Lumberwatch's tank play and DPS. All right, let's see how it goes. Aloha is on that Sombra for that Sombra defense. We got Dash on Genji, J-Listen on Tracer, 2-2-2 comp for the attacking team, very dive heavy, and here they go.
And we see immediately the small and large health pack near the point have been hacked. Aloha's trying to get work done, has built up some charge, but dies immediately. Question is going Pip revive or no? But waits to revive the Reinhardt instead.
Yeah, Maximus takes a rise on Frog Jesus, but it looks like Initio Academy is going to hold the point pretty strongly. Dash does go down, and Thick has come back on to contest. DFX comes out as well, and Lumberwatch is now defending this point and takes out 1-2 kills. 3rd kill. Initio Academy is going to have to fall back. They did get 33% of the points, so it's not a complete waste. Aloha is back with 76% of charge and will almost certainly have EMP for the next fight, which will really help Lumberwatch in their defense.
Yeah, they did a really good job there of sitting on the large health pack and just camping the heck out of it. So what they were able to do is keep themselves alive, even though they did give up 33%, which was enough for them to regroup.
Yeah, Aloha was generating charge even though he was already dead. And now that they've won that fight, he's back for this to get this EMP here. Magic jumps up to contest as Winston. And Initiate Academy gets that first kill on DFX, who's immediately res. There's a self-destruct from Thick, who doesn't get any kills for it. But Aloha Muffin Button pick up 2. Maximus goes ulting, resing 2. A Deadeye from Muffin Button picks up Magic, and Jaylison jumps off the map.
Now Dash is hacked right now, but if the hack comes off, he might be activating his ult here to get some kills. No, he's waiting it out, being patient.
Nope, there you go. There's that sword from... He takes out Thick immediately, getting the kill on the Diva. DFX gets knocked off. Aloha gets knocked off by Magic. And Initiate Academy is going to take point A with 2 minutes remaining. Not too bad. They still got 6 minutes on the attack.
Now, they might be behind, but it doesn't stop them from having a strong attack here. They've got 3 ults to the 2 ults of Lumberwatch. So they have a chance.
Yeah, Bango swaps up very quickly to get back in mech there. I believe he was demeched. And here comes the attack from Initiate Academy. They're jumping in. They're very aggressive. Here's an Earthshatter from DFX. Picks up Joke and Maximus. Maximus gets killed. Priority target for DFX. Gets a charge on Joke, but no kill. After the Graviton Surge, Jaylison does drop in a pulse bomb for 1 kill. Dash gets another Muffin Button. And both teams are skirmishing pretty heavily on the points.
Man, Dash is doing such an efficient job on the Genji right now, getting kills left and right. Aloha's coming in with the hack, but this is going to be a little bit late to get anything done. They're building up their charge, but Pip comes in with the huge revive to buy some more time.
Yeah, the defender's advantage is very strong here. So they got the first tick on the point, but now all the defenders have respawned or getting back in this point. They're getting killed. Muffin Button goes down as res. DFX does get a kill on Magic, though. It's really big. Dead tank. Oh, here's another Earthshatter from DFX. Gets a kill on Dash. And the defenders are going to win this fight.
But not without losing 33% of their shield, or 33% of their shield, sorry, 33% of the points.
Yeah, a little bit of skirmishing here from the tanks ahead of time. Well, 33% is not bad. They just got to hold out for another 4 minutes and 30 seconds, as Initiate Academy is going to have to take a full take if they want to even up this map.
What's interesting here is Thick has decided to switch over to the Lucio instead of sticking with the Mercy, or sticking with the, so say the Ice Queen.
May.
There we go.
Alright, Initiate Academy does get a quintet of kills now. All that is left is Bango to contest the point, who gets demeched, falls onto the point as Baby Diva, but booped around and killed right away. Here comes the second tick. Muffin Button goes onto the point. Pip comes back in to resurrect, but is immediately killed, and now it's Bango on the point with DFX. Oh, DFX gets that charge in Jaylison and gets a kill.
Dash is doing a great job again, trying to hold off the point, dealing damage. And it looks like they are going to be cleaning up, but the Earthshatter comes in. Will it get anything done? Oh, we also have McCree ulting, and oh, the Deadeye gets 3 kills!
Incredible work by Muffin Button. Their defense is going to hold again, but it did give up another 33% of the points. Another attack like that, and Initiate Academy will take round 2 of Volskaya and force the tiebreaker rounds. Although they're down to 3 minutes and 10 seconds, so they're already at a pretty significant disadvantage. Let's see how they pull it off this time in their attack. They've got 3 of their ults fourth, with Jaylist coming up on their pulse bomb, while the defenders only have 2 ults. The attack comes in. Let's see how they do.
Oh, I'm sorry. Lumberwatch is doing a great job of bending, but not breaking, and they're keeping the point once again.
Here's another Graviton, and a double kill, triple kill from Jaylison. Really nice work here by the attacking team. Initiate Academy in blue gets another set of kills. All that's left is contesting is just the Tracer, who drops dead.
Pip comes in with the revive and the ult. Gonna stay up high in the air and be really annoying.
That stall is real. DFX gets another huge Earthshatter. No kills on that follow-up, however. The attackers are in this fight to win it, but Frog Jesus goes down by Hail from Bango. Here's a self-destruct. No kills, unfortunately. Dash does pick up Muffin Button. Jaylison takes down Thick, and the attackers are working the defenders, so they've got to get all the kills in rapid succession. Pulse Bomb onto Bango, who flies out of there and manages to keep any of his teammates from dying. But the attackers are still killing members at a very rapid rate. That point is so close.
And it's just going to be one more kill, and that should do it. A good, strong, consistent attack from Initio. They held on despite the ults coming from Lumberwatch. And although a lot of time was lost, they were able to eventually take the point, which still gives them a chance.
Yeah, immediately after, Initio Academy is going to be on the attack again with 1 minute and 46 seconds to try to take both points. They'll get a 30-second boost if they do take point A, but Lumberwatch has proven to be a pretty stiff opponent. They did hold point A for a couple attacks on Initio's first attack, so let's see if they can manage it this time. Lumberwatch is showing pretty standard with their comp now in terms of who's playing what. Bango sticking on that Diva, DFX on Rhyme, and McCree and Reaper for their DPS.
What's interesting is the change from Sombra to Reaper, which, and honestly, it makes a lot of sense. I feel like a lot of times on the second pushes, they're more aggressive, and so if Sombra doesn't immediately work out, she's actually a little bit of a liability, and you'd rather have a stronger attacker, such as Reaper.
Now, Jay Listen here is sitting on that Pharah, so let's see if Muffin Button can take him out. Otherwise, that Pharah Mercy may be pretty problematic. Magic is sitting on Tracer, however, so we're running a triple DPS attack comp from Initio Academy. Let's see how that works out for them.
I'm gonna say our star. I feel like a star on Initio has been the Genji play. So if he can get to the back lines and get some work done, it should be very strong for them. Looks like they're pushing in right now. We have Lumberwatch backing up to the point. Mercy goes down, which is really important.
Yeah, both teams are losing people at a rapid rate. Maximus is still alive for Initio Academy, but he used his res early to pick up Jay Listen, who was killed very quickly by headshots. But Dash, 1-2 kills. DFX and Muffin Button go down. Bango demeched. And Initio Academy gonna take point A in their first attack.
A very strong attack. Just watching the Genji here again, immediately gets the kill on Mercy and is able to put a lot of focus on the attackers, which makes them unable to work together and allows Initio to pick up a point. And here they are pushing into point 2.
We've only got 1 minute and 10 seconds to make this happen, but they get the kill on Thick. Joke goes down, however, to DFX, so it's an even 5v5. Fender's advantage is real. Dash goes down. Joke gets res by Maximus. Jailus, he gets a kill on Pip. No resurrects for the defending team here. No resurrects for the attacking team either, as Maximus goes down.
Now Aloha's going to try to buy time, but he has to jump down in order to contest the points. Falls down. And so it's up to Initio to hold this for as long as it takes.
Pip comes in with that res and immediately is killed, but DFX is back on the point now. Muffin Button popping that Deadeye gets kill on Joke. Fog Jesus goes down as well. Kills being traded on both sides, but the defense has the advantage, and they're going to hold it. 30 seconds remaining for Initio Academy. They did take 42.7% of this point, so it's going to set a bar for Lumberwatch to meet if they can't get any further. 20 seconds remaining. 2 ults for Initio Academy, with 2 support ults coming up very shortly, but and 2 ults as well for Lumberwatch. Let's see how they pull this off.
Jay Listen has a good sneaky shot, gets a soldier, and the Zenyatta's down low. Gets a kill on Thick, but the Mercy was still alive, able to get a res in on Soldier. Diva goes down. This is a battle, but it looks like Initio is getting the upper hand right now.
Yeah, Pip gets killed as well early on, and now the ulting Maximus picks up 2 reses for his own team as well. Magic and Fog take 2 more kills. This point is at 56% and climbing. 67, 70, 80%, 82%. Aloha gets on to contest. The rest of... Here's a Transcendence from Thick to keep his team alive while they desperately attempt to contest this point. Muffin Button's res, but Pip goes down to Jay Listen in the air. Frog Jesus and Joke take 2 more kills, and the attackers are really rolling here. Here's the self-destructive Vanguard. Does he get anyone? No.
They get a great kill on Soldier, who was trying to ult, trying to buy time, but that's not going to be enough. Diva's the only one left on the point. Got to stay alive. Is anyone else coming in? Mercy's trying to come in for the save. McCree coming in. I believe that is it. We have Initio Academy taking point 3, the second point in overtime.
A desperate attack, but a very good one by Initio Academy. I'm really impressed by that attack. It took them 6 minutes the first time, and then the second time, they got it done in that 1 minute and 50 second time bank they had. including the bump from the capture. So that's now 6 minutes and 10 seconds for Lumberwatch to take both points completely. 6 minutes may seem like a lot of time, especially with the 30-second bonus for taking point A. But as we all know, the 2CP map, point B is a tough nut to crack. And if they can't get that snowball rolling like they did the first time they attacked, they may be sitting there trying to jump in there, trying to take that point for a long time and never get it done. So we'll see if Lumberwatch can do this. Initio Academy setting up for their initial defense.
So looking at the defense that's coming out through, they're keeping Dash on the Genji, which I really like. He was getting so much done. But you have Jay Listen switching over to a Junkrat, which I also think is a great choice. Junkrat is really strong in this meta right now. And if they can get some good holds and some key choke points, he can get so much damage done.
Yeah, definitely. Muffin Button has been getting out of position lately and getting killed. That's what started off that last attack by Initio Academy when they took the point finally. So we have to keep an eye on Muffin Button, make sure he doesn't get separated from his team too much, because that's been a key for Initio Academy. They've recognized it and they've been jumping on him. Here's Lumberwatch onto the point. Initio Academy defending from the high ground and they're jumping down to contest. Dash diving in there, flinging those shuriken around. Both teams skirmishing all over the point. Oh, early kill on Maximus. Initio Academy is without its Mercy now. No reses for them.
And it looks like Lumberwatch is getting the advantage here and is taking the point. Only Dash left and Dash goes down.
Aloha gets a dash kill on Dash and then falls right off the map from that one.
Oh yeah, there we go. So 5 minutes and 50 seconds to take the second point and go for at least a tie.
Yeah, no ultimates either available for either side here. DFX is pretty close to his Earthshatter at 73%. Aloha at 64% of that Dragon Blade. Dash is at 62% for his Dragon Blade. Oh, he gets a couple extra. He's almost at 70. Jay Listen throwing those grenades in at 77%. Charge in from DFX, gets a pin onto a Joke, takes that kill, and there goes Maximus as well. Muffin Button gets that early kill. And Lumberwatch is rolling in here with that snowball once again.
Zarya's trying to buy some time, but she's alone and outnumbered. Dash is going to also try to... Oh, Dash goes down. Lumberwatch is in a really strong position right now.
Here's that Deadeye from Muffin Button. Oh, the Riptire coming from Jay Listen gets 2 kills. DFX is the one rezzed by Pip. Muffin Button's going to have to sit there and wait. However, both kills going the way of Lumberwatch. 2 more kills. Jay Listen gets another kill on Aloha, but it's immediately rezzed right after. Jay Listen doing a lot of work in this Junkrat here. Going after a couple more kills. Joe gets a charge on Thick, and Earthshatter kills. Jay Listen finally goes down. Magic as well. And it looks like Lumberwatch is going to take a bunch of kills.
Can Anna buy any time at all? I don't think so. They have gone down. We've got nothing left except for Zarya. She will not make it back to point in time, and we now have at least a draw happening here.
No, it's going to keep going here because Lumberwatch has 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Initio Academy, since they took it in overtime, gets no chance now. They only defend. Lumberwatch is going to have 4 minutes and 30 seconds to attack and try to take 33% of point A, which, given what they've done the first 2 times, they're going to manage it. Here you see DFX getting that Earthshatter, and he's going to charge in there and pick up that squish against that wall meaty attack and really set up his team to get that, to take point B once again.
Yeah, what I noticed when coming in for that attack, the McCree was able to get right on Mercy to make sure she did not get any reses through, and that was so key in making sure to set up the attack appropriately.
Yeah, Maximus is getting picked off really early in all these fights here. Lumberwatch has identified that this is indeed Mercy Watch. Mercy is your priority target, and they're going after her hard. First one killed in both engagements at point A and point B. All right, let's see how Lumberwatch does. 10 seconds to the doors open. 4 minutes and 30 seconds to take a third of point A.
Good luck. That is going to be a tall order. Let's see what they do. They've got Pharah up in the sky. Dash sitting there instead of the Genji.
Yeah, the Pharah Mercy combo in the air Lumberwatch very aggressively charging into the point, getting 2 kills immediately in Frog Jesus and Jay Listen. This is not looking good for Nishio Academy. Magic gets killed immediately thereafter. It's a res by Maximus, but Maximus is in trouble and killed by Thick. They boop kill. All that's left, dashes down in the air as well. All that's left is Magic. Huge Earth Shatter. And dead.
And that will do it. The Earth Shatter was unfortunately, despite getting up there really fast, he wasn't able to get any damage done afterwards because the rest of the team was already down. And despite keeping the Mercy alive, unfortunately, the rest of the team was dying on the ground.
Yeah, there's a play of the game by Jay Listen. Let's see, it's a pulse bomb here looking for. Yeah, there's a stick. Double kill on Pip and Muffin. And then finishes off the DFX as well. Yeah, really good play by Jay Listen here. You can see why he's a GM.
Definitely.
3. Alrighty, guys. Well, that's going to be Lumberwatch. They win the matchup, but we still have one more game to go. But yeah, pretty crazy there at the end for that last push. But yeah, Lumberwatch is going up 3-0 on the map score. So I'm going to show that right now on the screen. They took Ilios, then they took King's Row, and then they took Volskaya. It took 3 rounds there, 3 rounds of attack as they edged them out 5-4. But Initio Academy pretty close there to holding out.
They did. They definitely put a good opportunity there. They put up a good fight despite having long odds against them. So it's definitely to be applauded. However, Lumberwatch was doing strong attacks and they worked effectively to take out the Mercy, as you were pointing out, Thinlar.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that was key in this, and they made good use of that. They targeted that Mercy. They got rid of her whenever they could. And now it looks like Initio is going to pick, and it looks like Route 66 is the pick for the final map, which is an escort map, as you know. And let's see which team is going to choose to attack or defend.
It looks like they're attacking. Lumberwatch has decided to go strong, come in strong, and take the advantage.
Or they're just being kind to production so we can keep Lumberwatch on the red side.
That's exactly what it is.
All right, but yeah, I mean, we saw so much opportunity there opened up for on the side of Lumberwatch. See, Muffin Button really took off there at the end. I don't know if you guys saw, like on the last point, we saw a Pharah on the opposite side for Initio Academy, but you know, Muffin Button was just lining up the shots and getting the Pharah. So you know, when you have that defense that you want to be able to split the attention between your between the ground and the air. You need your Pharah to stay alive, especially when it's being pocketed by a Mercy, and it just couldn't do it there. So pretty unfortunate for Initio.
Yeah, that Mercy pocket was keeping the Mercy, the Pharah alive in the air, but on the ground, the rest of Initio Academy was getting torn apart by the focused attack from Lumberwatch.
It was certainly a worthy. I was gonna say it was certainly a worthy effort, but you were describing it perfectly. The Pharah doesn't get enough done in the air to keep away the attackers.
Yep. And moving into the 4th and final map for Honor, basically, since Lumberwatch has won this, the attack Lumberwatch is still in red, as Mushu Beef noted. Very kind for the production to keep the same team on the red team. Defenders-wise, we're looking at a... J-Listen is going to be sitting on the Roadhog. We're looking at a triple tank defense from Initio Academy here.
That is really interesting to see, but I do like that they have Dash, who seemed to be a very strong DPS player, still sitting on the McCree. And working the Zarya in, we're going to have to see whether this works out. But in theory, it would make a lot of sense with Maximus. If they can keep him alive and get the revives going, having 3 big health targets that can get revived can be very, very strong.
Yeah, especially since it generally takes a lot of work to take down a tank. That gives Mercy a chance to get that 30 seconds to recharge the revive between deaths on their own team. Now, the attacking team here is sitting on a 2-2-2 dive comp, but Aloha is on the Hanzo.
Wait, are they going to be trolling me? Or I wonder if they're just looking for a sneaky pick. No, he is running it out.
They're climbing onto the high ground here with the Shimada brothers. The typical defense top of big Earls by Initial Academy, and the payload's going to move. Loha throws out that Sonic Arrow, and here comes the dive. Bango and DFX going on up there. DFX gets wrecked pretty hard and has to fall back pretty quickly. No deaths yet on either side. Joke is very low, however, getting healed.
Muffin Button's trying to get worked on the Mercy, but the Mercy escapes. Good job by Maximus.
Here's that first kill onto DFX, who's immediately res. Frog Jesus goes down for the defending team. And then Magic as well. Who is Maximus going to res? Who knows? Joe gets a kill on... He picks up his Zenyatta. Then is immediately killed by DFX, who dies immediately after to Dash. Dash goes down to Thick. Just trading kills here by both of these teams.
But Initio Academy's on the wrong side. Roadhog tried to stay alive, but Anna's able to get the punch kill to finish it off.
And here's a Dragons from Aloha into the ground. I have to wonder if he fat-fingered that. Magic is the last one to contest, and he gets killed by Muffin.
Now, do you think they're going to stick with the triple tank comp here, or are they going to switch things up?
Well, I mean, they've already got the Roadhog sitting out there still. Joke has actually gone over to the Winston instead of the Diva, but there looks like they're still staying with triple tank defense. Bango being very aggressive on his Zarya here. 4 ults for the attacking team, but four about to come online for the defender as well. Aloha gets hooked and killed very quickly by J-List, and that's a nice advantage for the defenders. It's a 6 versus 5 fight now. Pip running down to the res, and ooh.
Dash with the juicy kill on with the Deadeye. He was sitting there in a really awkward position, but it was apparently a perfect position for getting those kills.
Yeah, the defense comes flying in there to take out Bango and force that stagger. And then Lumberwatch is going to have to wait for that respawn now by Bango. Ult-wise, however, Lumberwatch is still sitting pretty. They got 5 of their ults to the Initial Academy's 3. So if they can leverage this, they're going to be able to push this payload a little bit further.
So the question here is, if Frog Jesus can stay alive, it can be hard to throw out offensive ults because you can just counteract a lot of them by just being in the correct position with the ults.
Here's that Diva Bomb coming in from Bango. He gets a kill onto Joke, and the Dragons come out from Aloha, and Muffin Button pulls out his blades. The Shimada Dragons are out and getting kills. Bango gets a kill on J-Listen, and the attackers burned several of their ults to get kills. Here's a Earthshatter and a Charge Magic with no value. He dies mid-charge. Joke dies immediately thereafter as well, and the payload is moving forward.
Now, looks like they're going to try to reset up and see if they can get to the point in time. It's going to be really difficult with the Winston and Genji guarding the door. I don't think Lumberwatch is going to let them get out, but they're going to have to try to push through.
Yeah, Initial Academy moves out. Joke is immediately ripped apart in the choke point. His res Frog Jesus goes down after that to a shot from Aloha. And they're now contesting, but it's not going to last very long. Magic goes down as well. And the Lumberwatch is sitting on a 4-man advantage now. And that payload is moving. J-Listen gets a hook on Aloha and a kill, but he's too far away to contest, and he dies immediately after anyways.
It's always really tough to get out onto that point through that tiny little choke because there is no other good way to get to the point fast. So, looks like they're just going to have to set up for the corner and try again. 4 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, Lumberwatch is still sitting on 3 of their ults. Nano Boost is about to come online. Defensively, Initial Academy has 3 of their ults now as well. There's a Dragons coming out. Let's see if he picks up any kills. Here's the other Dragon. They Blade Muffin Watch picks up 1, who gets immediately res by Frog Jesus' res, and then Maximus goes down to that sword as well. DFX gets a kill. It takes out J-Listen, and the attackers are moving along pretty well.
They're definitely moving along very well. I feel like Frog Jesus getting the res is probably not the best choice. Basically, the supports are taken out of the fight, allows the cart to move up a lot further without any contesting.
Here's the Nano Boost you can see, and the attackers have pushed up all the way to almost 3 meters. Dragons come out from that Hanzo yet again, but J-Listen gets a kill on Muffin Button, another kill on Aloha, and then a kill on Thick. Those right clicks are spicy. Earthshatter coming in from Magic, 2 people down. No kills out of that, however, because the ulting Mercy in the air is able to keep him healed, and then a res onto Bango, but Muffin Button does get charged and dies. The defenders are going to take this one. Lumberwatch is going to have to fall back.
They are able to push back. I'm really surprised that Mercy was doing so much healing. Frog Jesus goes down. Are we going to see the res come in again or not yet? They're going to wait it out, which is a good choice here.
Dash picks up another couple of kills there on the D.Va and oh, there's a hook, but it's broken. Hook 2.0. Lumberwatch still going to have to wait for those respawns.
So Initio is showing a strong defense here at the end, and with the ult advantage as well, Lumberwatch might have to wait a little bit to build up some ults before they can get a strong attack in.
Yeah, definitely. They've got 2 minutes remaining, and they're attacking through the high ground there, but DFX gets taken out immediately, followed by Muffin Button, and the defense gets 2 early kills, 30 kills, Bango's demech'd. Not quite a kill, but might as well be, as given how useful Baby D.Va is. And Lumberwatch is going to have to fall back. Oh, there's a final kill by Dash onto Thick, and that's another staggered kill. Lumberwatch is going to have to sit and regroup.
And look at that. They didn't even use any ults except for the J Listen ult on the Roadhog. So you have a strong defense here from Initio, taking advantage of the small choke area and having Winston get a lot of damage done, along with Dash.
Definitely. Minute 20 seconds remaining for this attacking team. They're going to have to get in there. A lot of people are pretty badly hurt. Bango gets back in mech, but both supports get chopped apart by Dash in the backline with the sword. Third kill from Dash. Really good value out of that Genji play. Very nice work from Dash. Attackers going to have to reset once again.
I was about to say Dash is too far forward and he's going to die, but with 14 health left and a bunch of strong healing, he was able to stay alive and get tons of kills done. And buy plenty of time.
Oh, and there's another kill onto Aloha, who's immediately res by Pip. So let's see, 30 seconds now. And here's another Dragons from Aloha, Dragons from Muffin. 1-2 kills, Maximus goes down. Magic does get a counter kill on DFX, but he's down as well. The attackers are sitting onto a pretty strong advantage with no defending Mercy to res. Frog Jesus goes down. Here's a D.Va bomb going into the air from Bango. Gets a kill onto J Listen.
Earth Shatter goes down, but J Listen is still alive. It gets another revive on the Winston, so they can continue by time. The Shibata Dragon's busting out another ult, but the ult doesn't get anything done. Aloha goes down.
Oh, no one was on the payload. C9'd.
Immediately called out in chat as well. I was surprised. I was sure there was going to be at least a more fight on that, but apparently the Winston getting revived in the back line by a Mercy was key to holding that point at the end.
Yeah, I mean, Winston is a really annoying threat in your backline. Like, he's sitting there cleaving and just electrocuting your support's death. You've got to turn around and deal with him. And that, everyone in Lumberwatch turned around to deal with him. But that's enough to pull them off the cart, and in overtime, someone's got to stay on it, obviously. And they didn't. So, we're swapping sides now. Initio Academy is now attacking in blue, and Lumberwatch in red is now defending. Let's take a look at these compositions here. Defensively, Lumberwatch is showing a 2-2-2 with heroes we've seen from everyone so far. Nothing surprising there on Lumberwatch.
No, I'm surprised that we didn't see Thick show Flash the May first before going to Zenyatta. Maybe I missed that, potentially. I was actually very surprised Initio held, but they did a great job on third point. I mean, they really had a strong defense, and I really liked how they were taking advantage of getting the cart to roll backwards. It rolled back quite significantly because it was very close. I want to say 2 or 3 meters.
Yeah, it got pretty close, but ultimately, I mean, it just all that matters is, how far you got it in the first place. So it's going to be a pretty tall order for Initio Academy to push that far to begin with. But if they make it that far, I mean, that's an instant win. No overtime rounds for this game.
Yeah, definitely no overtime rounds for this.
Initio Academy is coming out with a Genji and Pharah for their offense with a pretty simple 2-2-2 composition. And Lumberwatch is defending on Big Earls. Here's Farah going into Sky.
Oh, great pickup by Muffin Button to immediately start the round. They're going to get the res on Farah. See if she can keep herself alive this time.
No,
Wow.
Muffin Button gets that second kill onto Jay Listen. There's no res available this time. Dash is down to very low, and he gets killed by Muffin Button as well, doing a lot of work. Here comes Lumberwatch coming in for the very aggressive defense to try to take out as much more as they can. Killed by DFX, killed by Aloha, and then jump off from Maximus.
This is, I want to say, one of those theoretical things that theoretically McCree working with the Zenyatta Discord should take down a Farah, and he proved it twice in a row. It works. Works very well.
Yeah, definitely. Maximus was burned that res right away, and it just didn't do any good, unfortunately. All right, Mission Academy coming back into the attack again. Rockets raining down onto Lumberwatch, and Rockets flying back up. This payload is moving a little bit forward now. Mission Academy is doing a lot better job of sticking together for this defense. Or attack, I mean.
So Jay Lesson's trying to push it in, and it looks like he sees the Genji behind him, going to try that fight out. Meanwhile, on the point, we have Initio getting the advantage.
Muffin Button pulls his Deadeye and is unable to get anyone value from that. Does zone out Mission Academy a bit, but it doesn't do any good. Muffin Button is killed in the backline. Magic gets a kill on DFX. DFX is immediately res, but here's an Earth Shatter from Magic. Two people get knocked down. Thick is immediately killed after. Aloha's got that sword in the backline. 2 kills from him, and Bango gets another one with that Diva Bomb.
And that time we saw that Aloha was getting lots of work done with Genji, getting those kills, and also making sure the Mercy was dead at the end of the battle. So Maximus actually did a really good job keeping himself alive, but unfortunately it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, another stronghold from Lumberwatch. That payload's not quite around the bend yet towards the end of that point.
Still have a stronghold on the hotel as well, so they're set back up again. So Jay Liston's going to try to bop them off, but I don't know if he'll be able to do that right now. They're doing a good job keeping the shields up.
Jay Liston is firing into that backline, trying to get kills. Frog Jesus goes down to Aloha in the backline. Frog Jesus immediately resurrected, and then Aloha is killed by his counterpart Genji. Here's an Earth Shatter from DFX, but he doesn't get any kills. No follow-up on that Earth Shatter. Jay Liston kicked out of the air, however.
Frog Jesus seemed to be doing a good job of zoning out that Reinhardt. He didn't want to charge in with his Zenyatta facing him with a Discord.
Dash pulls out his sword and gets a couple of kills. D-Mex the Bango. Bango who throws his pops Diva ult as he's D-Mexed to just try to get some kills out of it. Doesn't get anything. Bango Aloha go down. Mission Academy takes point 1. Yeah, here's Dash.
Oh, go ahead.
He's going to pick up 2 kills, as you can see right here, and then it's chopping away at that Diva as well. That bomb comes out and gets no value.
That was a nice coordination right there as well, working with the Farah barrage to get a great kill. And Initio Academy is pushing on through point 2 on the streets.
All right, both teams pretty low on ults here, but Initio Academy about to come up on their 3rd one here, so let's see if they get any value out of that, making use of them. Bango in the back by himself getting hit by Dash pretty hard. 4 ults now for Lumberwatch. They've really generated a bunch of charge here. That payload is still moving. Here's it. Here's that Graviton Surge, and followed by a barrage. 1-2 kills. That Bango's D-Mech DFX is immediately res, followed by Muffin Button. Kept using that Valkyrie, but Bango goes down. Jay Listen goes down. Sword comes out from Aloha. There goes Maximus. Tranquility from Frog Jesus, and no kills in that Earth Shatter.
Despite all this damage coming through, now finally things are going Lumberwatch's way, and they are going to be able to clean up the point.
Yeah, Dash pulled out his sword once more and was able to kill Thick in the back, but unfortunately, he wasn't able to be that hero Genji and kill everyone on the defending team. He got 1 kill and then died himself. Wasted sword, unfortunately.
It was very close, though. With DFX getting down to 50 health on the Reinhardt before he was able to bust out his Earth Shatter and help finish off the points.
Yeah, now we're down to just dry pushes in both teams. Jay Listen immediately picked off by Thick in the back line. That Zenyatta kill. A charge pin from DFX and a kill on Magic.
Is Maximus going to go for the revive? He's going for the revive, and I think he may be ulting soon if there's another death that comes through.
Unfortunately, Muffin Button gets that kill. Here's an Earth Shatter from Magic, however. Dash gets a kill on Muffin Button. Magic goes down DFX, unfortunately. All that's left is Joke up there, and Jay Listen is going to have to run away.
Looks like he's going to try to build up some ult charge before he goes away. Gets some few free shots on Reinhardt to build up for another pulse bomb.
All right, Lumberwatch now sitting on 3 ults. Aloha has pulled out his sword and unfortunately doesn't get any kills for it in the back line. He's down to 22 health and he's going to die to Joke. The attackers now have a 6-5 advantage if they can take advantage of this and get in there and take out some of the defenders.
Gonna have to wait. The Earth Shatter comes through, but Muffin Button's gonna turn out with the Dead Eye. Gets 1 kill on Maximus, which is key.
Oh, Pip pops the ult and is immediately killed by Magic. What a wasted Valkyrie on the defending team here, but here's a self-destruct from Bangu. Bango gets a kill on Magic. Jaylison takes that defense in the back line. Both Ryans are now dead, but we're going to go into overtime.
Jaylison worked hard, was able to track down the Genji in the back lines, and is now able to hold the point. Lumberwatch is going to try to do this, but I think Lumberwatch might be outnumbered now.
Yeah, they've only got 3 of the members up here to try to fight this point, and they're all pretty healthy, but Bango jumps down and gets wrecked, loses all of his hit points. Here comes the sword from Dash, who's chasing after that. McCree gets Muffin Button down. Maximus is killed by Fire Strike, but all the other kills go the way of Initio Academy. All that's left is Aloha. He's not going to last for long. Nope, there he goes. Team kill.
And we hear the notifications just so that we can know it did happen. We have them. We got another minute and 30 seconds. This is definitely going to go into overtime. The question is, can they get the push all the way through to the almost pretty much the very end?
Definitely, it's a tall order from Initio Academy. Let's see if they can pull it off. They're down to a minute now since they have to wait for the doors to open. The cart's got to get up to that payload. Lumberwatch sitting up in their defense now.
Lumberwatch is being patient and staying back. There's a Genji in the back lines, but he's found out by Frog Jesus.
Here's that Earth Shatter from DFX. No follow-up, unfortunately. No knockdowns. And it's a wasted ult.
The Transcendence was there to counteract the Earth Shatter, so he decided to back off and play it safe. Genji's still in the back lines, though. Frog Jesus goes down.
Oh, Muffin Button pops that Deadeye and gets a kill onto Dash, who was getting close to his ult. That could be pretty important. There's a charge pin from DFX. Magic goes down immediately thereafter, and the defense is going to win this fight. Only 20 seconds left, however. Initio Academy is going to have to regroup and push in strong to make it back to that cart.
This is going to be a tight timing window right here. 8 seconds. Got to get back to the cart. Oh, they already have a Tracer back on the cart. Oh, the Graviton Surge comes in.
1, 2, 3. 3 kills from the attacking team. A wasted ult from the Diva. Doesn't pick up any value. Bangu is back in mech. Defex gets res and then killed right away. Oh no, res again by Pip, who is using that Valkyrie. Magic goes down from DFX now this time. Jaylison gets a D-mech, but Jameson goes down as well. The defenders have that man advantage right now, just barely. Here comes that sword coming from Aloha. He's swinging away. Can he get any kills? Doesn't look like it. But now this defense is cleaning up, and overtime ticks down.
A good, close game. They did put up a pretty good fight there at the end. Unfortunately, I found that DFX got to the back lines, died, and then was revived. So he was able to stay in the back with the Reinhardt and was able to swing away.
Here's Dash in that back line to play the game, swinging that sword, getting the 2 kills on the supports. Sitting there with 14 hit points, 3rd kill, and then he gets healed up.
You made the right decision.
All right, guys.
All right.
Well, yeah, that's going to be the first round of the matches. Today, Lumberwatch takes it to 4-0 Or let's go and check out that map score. Yeah, so we're going to mark that as 3-2, even though they stopped. They didn't technically get the last point there because Lumberwatch took that last one, but they're taking it 4-0. Yeah, I mean, we saw Dash come alive there on the side of Initio Academy for the Genji, but it seemed too little too late. What do you guys think about that? Or just in general between the matches?
Yeah, I mean, that was doing really. That was a clinic by Dash is putting on there at the end, getting those Genji blades, getting a lot of kills. The chat there was like someone trying to figure out who the Grandmaster was on Initio Academy, and they guessed that it was Dash because Dash was doing so much work there.
The Dash was actually doing an amazing job, but unfortunately, Lumberwatch was just the stronger player in this match. They were working together really well, and overall, they were timing their ults pretty darn well. It was pretty impressive to see the Reinhardt play by DFX, and let's not forget that Pip on the Mercy was reviving the key players, where sometimes I felt like the Mercy on Initio was reviving players that maybe didn't have as much of an impact.
Yeah, the actually Initio's Mercy, which is
Maximus?
Maximus, is actually only platinum ranked, so that might be why you were seeing a little less game sense out of that Mercy play, getting picked off a little bit early, positioning poorly, and getting killed.
That's right. But yeah, guys, I guess any final words? Of course, good game, well played to Lumberwatch. They played really well around, keeping their Mercy alive, of course. But of course, like the DPS and tanks making so much space for them to live. But like whenever Dash had to go to the back line, they did a really good job of dealing with the Genji. You saw them so many times, the Dragon Blade going in there and then getting just destroyed as he's trying to flank. But yeah, any final words from you guys about these matches?
Yeah, no, just congratulations to Lumberwatch. They did a really fantastic job taking this 4-0. They had great teamwork, good ult management. I'm expecting them to go far.
Awesome. Very cool. Game Jam, and how about you? Anything to conclude?
I was going to say that, I think that despite Lumberwatch taking the 4-0, I thought it was a really strong effort by Initio Academy. They did not give up, and you could see that they were getting almost better and better as the matches went. Frog Jesus on the Zenyatta was actually doing a fairly good job trying to handle a Genji that was very, very strong. So it was a good effort overall from them, and hopefully they can regroup for their next game.
Very cool. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for the first part of this. We're halfway through. So let's go ahead and check out the next matchup, which would be, again, so that the top there, Initio Academy went down to Lumberwatch, who took it 4-0. That was their Division 3 matchup. And next up is going to be Overwatch team versus Angry Peasantry. That's going to be from our Division 6 Group C match. So we're going to take a little bit of a break, get the production reset, get Game Jammin's video back on screen because it shut off for some reason, and and we'll be right back. But first, we have our highlights from Season 2. I'm going to go ahead and roll that, and we'll see you guys back. Give us about 5 minutes or so. We'll be good to go. See you guys soon.
And that's the Graviton Surge coming down, instantly comboed in with Demu's
Oh,
lovely
man.
ult. That's 4 kills instantly traded on.
Oh, immediately into a huge four-player barrage off of Tamiko. That was a hell of a play, back-to-back.
Widow now, he's doing it all.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Oh my God!
That's
How can
gonna
I
be the
fucking
point A
say
take.
that? That is a third kill on Widow. That's gonna wrap that up.
Also have the ult from Mythbustman, and here a very big ult from Zerglin with the combo with Pokecraft as he throws the Tracer Bomb in, and that wipes everybody.
got another 2-2-2 based on Pharmacy coming out from Cloud Riders. And
Well, it's a
immediately gets the pick.
2-2-1 after that pick.
This overtime, if they leave for just half a second, this is going to be game over for them. That's going to be a self-destruct coming down. However, 3 kills to finish the map. My goodness. We're still trading quite even, but Dashi is going to get 2. He gets 3. 2 headshots in a row, and that could signal that this point is taken.
The boops are real.
All right, guys, we are back. Sorry for the long wait, but we're going to be going into our Division 6 teams matchup for today. This is week 4. Again, this is your host, Misha Beef, running the production desk today, being your observer, your eyes in the sky. So if there's anything wrong with my observing, you know who to yell at. But again, joining me is Thenlar and Game Jammin'. So how you guys doing right now? I'll start with Thenlar.
I'm pretty good. We had a pretty exciting match there in Division 3, and now we're going to Division 6, which has a much lower average SR, but the games aren't any less exciting because these teams have been practicing together and coordinating. So, you know, you can see just as good Overwatch watching teams in Division 6 as Division 3.
Very cool stuff. But yeah, so that's so actually, Game Jammin', instead of asking you how you are, I'm going to do both at the same time. We're going to go ahead and check out Overwatch team. Do you mind telling us a little bit first, of course, like, you know, how you feeling from the last match, and tell us a little bit about Overwatch team. What do we know?
Well, I am doing great. The last match was a lot of fun, very exciting match to watch. But again, I'm more than happy to watch a Division 6 game. It'll be very interesting to see how these characters play. And we have Overwatch team. They are right now showing a 1-1 record. Looking through their players, they've got Kron on McCree, they got PM Me Obama on Junkrat, Demon Lord on a Reinhardt, Nani on Diva, and then we got, of course, the Mercy player, Dinosaur, and Unarmed Taco Lucio. These names are awesome, by the way. And looking at it, looking through their sheet of cool stuff, looks like they are friends that have been friends for 4 months, and they're playing as a team for the first 3 weeks of Overwatch League, which is great and awesome. And it looks like the reason why they joined was to have some fun, which is exactly the point of this league, right?
Oh, yeah.
It definitely it is. And talking about what they think their strengths is that it looks like they like to play around their Reinhardt and to focus on winning the shield game, which is a key in many battles. So we'll see how this turns out. I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome, very cool. Thanks for that. And Angry Peasantry, Thenlar, what do we have on this team?
So Angry Peasantry, apparently they're a bunch of friends who've been playing together for a year. They don't really compete a lot, and they thought they would have some fun in tournaments, so they've joined the Overwatch University League, which is a great place to just hang out and have a good time. So the interesting thing to note about Angry Peasantry is that they have a pretty wide range in SR. They actually have one player, Pulse61, who's actually in Diamond rank. He's apparently their Lucio main, but he's listed as a flex. And then one person who's down in Silver, 3 players who are in gold, and then 1 player who's in platinum. So they've got a nice big range here. Their silver player is Trouble Clef, who is listed as their other support, playing Zen. So they also have a Mercy player, that's K-Ninja. So 3 people listed as their main is a support. I'm guessing that Pulse61, you won't see him on Lucio too much. He'll probably be on the tank, since they only have 1 tank player listed and 2 DPS.
All right, that's right. So, yeah, we're going to be getting into games soon. But first, just to talk about the match format. Again, it's going to be 4 games no matter what. You can have a 4-0. We don't stop at 3-0 like we had in the last round. But, yeah, so it will be first map for this week. It's going to be Ilios for the control. Then we'll follow it up with Hybrid. Then Assault. Then Escort. So, but, yeah, so, I mean, in terms of playing around the shield war, Overwatch team, now, calling that out as one of their big strategies here. How do you guys feel about playing around a Reinhardt in a map like Ilios? Let's Game Jam. Let's start with you.
Ilios, I definitely think it can be good with the Reinhardt. I'd almost argue it can work, especially on the well. But definitely, if they can play around the shield war, it can be a strong tactic to keep your team grouped up, and that's half the battle sometimes. If you can keep everybody grouped up, then you can benefit from Lucio's speed boost and healing. And Mercy can do her job as well, keeping everybody revived and topped off.
Yeah, and Denmar, what about you? Have anything to add before we hop into the game?
Well, I mean, given that these teams are both in the low to mid gold average range, it's a lot easier to play around the Reinhardt than it is to really coordinate a proper dive. So if they can execute that shield war well, I mean, I would give a slight advantage there to Overwatch team.
All right, sounds awesome. So we're going to be hopping right into Ilios. We're out here on the well. So let's jump right into the game.
Can you invite me to the game? That might be important for me to be able to cast it properly.
All right, so while we get Game Jam here into the game, both teams have chosen their compositions here. On one team, on the Overwatch team, we're actually showing a Doomfist and a Sombra and a Symmetra. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a troll picks for the time being.
The troll picks are real, especially with the double sniper setup. But let's see what happens when they come out of the gate. You never know. Oh, there we go. The switches are happening.
All right, looks like we're seeing a Genji and Junkrat there for Overwatch team, and over on Angry Peasantry, it's a triple tank with a Reaper. Both teams moving up to the well. There's that shield coming up for Overwatch team. Here we go.
Jihan is positioned near the well, trying to wait for that ultimate hook, see if he can get anything done. Reinhardt's in the point, and Roadhog's trying to contest the shield. You get the death and revive on Reinhardt by Dinosaur on the Mercy. Jahan's not gotten that hook yet, but he's waiting for his opportunity.
There's a charge by Demon Lord, gets a pin on the Pulse 61 and the kill. There's a 6 versus 5 advantage now here for Overwatch team. Then PME Obama has gotten his Junkrat tire ready to go now. Let's see if he's gonna pop that sucker off. He's getting healed now. Both teams just skirmishing. Here comes that Riptire. It's getting lasered, and it's killed by Dragon Crux before you can detonate it. Jahan gets the kill onto Demon Lord, who's dead once again.
Those Mercy revives, man, keeping this point still contested.
Now here's the sword coming from Kron. He's pulling out that blade, he's swinging away, but he's not getting any kills. Dinosaur is killed, however, by Pulse 61 in the back line. Kron goes down after getting no value from his blade. Demon Lord is down. And finally, Angry Peasantry is going to take the point.
They did a good job holding on there. I didn't expect to see Jahan not get any juicy hooks. However, what he was doing a good job of was handling the Reinhardt, taking him down multiple times, wasting the Mercy res, which was not necessarily wasted, but unfortunately not able to go anywhere else besides the Reinhardt.
Yeah, definitely. They were hiding out underneath that windmill there to try to keep away from those hooks. And now the percentage is ticked up to about 25%. And all right, they come back onto the point.
Pulse is behind on the Winston, trying to get some damage done on Mercy. Bops the McCree off the edge. Can't be revived no more, and there goes Mercy as well.
Charge killed by Demon Lord onto Dragon Crux. There's a Diva Bomb from Nanigi, but doesn't get any kills. But a couple more kills from Overwatch team from the normal attacks. They've got a slight advantage. K-Ninja gets taken out by Unarmed Taco. And now there's a Mercy advantage. Dinosaur still alive for Overwatch team. They should be able to take this point with 5 men on it. 6 people all on the point now. Pulse 61 goes down. And because she's going to have to regroup.
Overwatch team definitely had a strong push right there. The Reaper was able to work together and eliminate people one at a time, and Winston wasn't able to get the kill on Mercy that he was hoping to get.
Yeah, Egg and Peasantry is now sitting on 3 of their ults coming back to retake this point. Overwatch team just has 2, the Death Blossom along with the Valkyrie. Look for that Death Blossom to get some good value. If you can pop it off at the right time, you'll be able to stop this attack cold.
Now there's a strong speed boost in with Lucio. Pushing in for the hook, gets the McCree down immediately, which is a good start to the fight, but of course he gets revived.
Death Blossom comes out and picks up Jahan just barely, who's immediately res. Dragon Crux goes down right after that by Nanigi. Self-destruct goes in. Pulse 61 dies as well, having switched that to Reinhardt. But there's a resurrected Drago Crux, and Jahan takes Kron out again. And then he's res once more as well. Both teams fighting on pretty hard. The percentage is ticked up to 50%. Demon Lord goes down to Jahan. And another kill for Angry Peasantry. Oh, there's a pull pick from Jahan. Then he flies out.
He picked the wrong target. The wrong Diva was able to fly away and escape. And it looks like Overwatch team is still holding the point, barely.
Yeah, definitely. Pulse 61 gets to find another Fire Strike kill onto Demon Lord. and they're aggressively pushing onto the point, but they're not able to finish, and that percentage meter is still ticking up. Overwatch team at 75% and getting a kill on Pulse 61. He's now rezzed. Here's the self-destruct from Nanigi. No kills.
But it did effectively buy them a little bit more time. They can continue to hold up. They're building up their charge. They are at 90% almost.
A dead eye from Kron. Dragon Crux tries to come in for that Death Blossom and gets flashbanged.
Overwatch team is regrouped, and there's not much left to do. Roadhog jumps off the edge as 100% ticks up. And we have Overwatch team winning the first point. Pretty good job overall.
Yeah, it was really good. I mean, Angry Peasantry took that first capture, but they weren't able to hold it. Overwatch team came back, and it was just one long stall from there on out. Here's where you're really seeing that these teams are in the lower tiers of Overwatch play, because, you know, the Angry Peasantry came on. They were able to get a few kills onto Overwatch team, but they couldn't finish the kills, finish out the fight, and in the time it took them to get any more kills, Overwatch team's respawns were able to get back into the fight and just keep on stalling until they were able to turn that fight around.
So interesting, we're seeing here that Jahan has switched off of the Roadhog over to the Junkrat here. And on this point, with so many tight spaces, it can be very, very effective. They decide to take the high road over here and stay on the high ground. But we have Overwatch team immediately going to the point.
PME Obama is on the Reaper trying to get into that back line. He doesn't get any kills and is forced to flee away with that Wraith form. But Overwatch team is now holding the point. Pulse 61 goes charging in there to contest and is immediately taken out. And Overwatch team is in a strong position. Here's a res from K-Ninja. He gets killed right after for flying in there. But Dragon Crux does get in there with those shotguns. Takes out Demon Lord, who's rezzed. Jahan goes down as well. And Overwatch team takes a point.
It was getting a little bit dicey there for a second, but what I noticed was that despite Angry Peasants having a good position, they were not able to capitalize and get the kills. There was a strong defense there by Overwatch team, keeping themselves alive and being able to hold on to the point.
Definitely. They got on the point right at the start, and they just never left it. However, Overwatch team is now also sitting on 4 of their ults coming online, with 2 others very shortly after. Angry Peasantry only has about 3 of their ults about ready. Here's PME Obama from the high ground, jumping into the back. Gets a kill on Trouble Cliff.
And Wraith forms away to safety.
Immediately followed by Rez. Self-destruct comes out. Zombie Toast gets some charge onto that Zarya. And both teams now just skirmishing. Oh, there's a pin. PME Obama gets the kill. Pulse 61 falls off the map.
The Death Blossom comes out, trying to turn the point again. McCree's out with his Deadeye, doesn't get anything done. Angry Peasantry is going to have to back up and regroup once again.
Alright, there was a bit of an overcommit of ultimates there from Overwatch team. The Deadeye from Kron was probably unnecessary. The fight was already won on the back of PME Obama's nice Death Blossom double kill there. But hey, they're up to 70% now, and they're still at a 3 ults to 5 ults now. So Angry Peasantry's got a 2 ult advantage here. Let's see if they can take advantage of it.
And it looks like Jahan is staying in behind enemy lines. We have the Graviton come in. That's a big shot right there.
2 Earth Shatters went out as well, but we didn't get much value. The Gravitons come out. Here's the Valkyries from both teams as well. Pulse gets a pin kill on Kron immediately after that Resurrect, who's rezzed once more. Thanks to that 10-second cooldown. PME gets a kill on Zombie Toast. Oh! Here's that Riptire double kill by Angry Peasantry.
Overwatch team sitting at 99%.
Dragon Crux throws in the Death Blossom, gets a kill on Dinosaur. No more resurrects there for Overwatch team. Here's the self-destruct coming in, gets no kills. Pulse gets another kill on unarmed Taco. And it looks like Angry Peasantry may be able to take the point. Yes, they've got the point now in overtime. They've got to hold it all the way to 100% now. Otherwise, they lose the map and lose the round, lose the map.
So this is their opportunity, of course. They've elected to stay on the point as opposed to pushing up, which is sometimes not a bad idea if you feel like your opponents are very strong. We're going to see whether this works out for them and whether Overwatch team can get a good push. And they're pushing in now with the Reinhardts.
Oh, Demon tried to charge in. There's a pin onto Nanigi. Death Blossom from PME Obama takes out 1-2 kills. Third kill on Zombie Toast after the end of that. Nanigi gets another kill, plus 61. And that's a massive assault from Overwatch team. Here's a Deadeye coming in from Kron, just zoning off the point. They capture the point and win Helios.
There we go. Despite that Earth Shatter, I thought that Earth Shatter was pretty clutch, getting 5 players. And then coming in afterwards was the Lucio, followed by PME Obama cleaning up the point. And that might be play of the game. Oh, no, it's not. It's a different play.
Different play of the game where he gets an early kill into Dragon Crux. And the Death Blossom.
Oh, look at that. 67% kill participation. Not too bad at all by the Reaper, PME Obama.
Right. Now that Overwatch team won that round, Angry Peasantry gets the pick on what map they want to do. Next is going to be hybrid map, so let's see what they pick.
Yes, right. So Overwatch team taking that 2-0 over Angry Peasantry. Actually, let's go ahead and check out this replay. They played around. Who was on an Overwatch team? Was it PME Obama? Let's go ahead and check out actually this replay here. Yeah. So when Overwatch team, so you guys can see on the screen here, Kron moving in and pulled a lot of attention with the McCree, and then the Death Blossom came out from the left side of the point. Very, very cool. So got a 3K there. But yeah, I mean, Overwatch team, the people who talked about playing around the Reinhardt, do you guys feel like they were successful in that game in doing so?
Absolutely. It looked like when they were pushing in, especially after Angry Peasantry had taken the point, when Overwatch team came back in, they were all grouped up perfectly around the Reinhardt. And so when the Earth Shatter went off and then you had Lucio dropping the beat, everybody was able to take advantage. And they were able to take advantage of being together as a group. Angry Peasantry kind of fell apart a little bit, and the deaths went their way as opposed to the kills.
I do feel like we're seeing a lot of ultimates getting used with not a whole lot of effect. Both teams need to do a better job of coordinating their ults and getting follow-ups, especially with those Earth Shatters. You know, you're seeing a lot of Earth Shatters coming out from these Rhines, but there's not getting any kills after the fact. You know, they're not communicating with their teams, the Earth Shatters coming out, and then no one's ready to pounce on the down members of each team.
Yep, I was going to say, I was hoping that Jahan would get a little bit more done with the Junkrat, but unfortunately, I felt like his Rip Tires were not getting enough kills.
Yeah, he had a couple of good ones. Or no, that was on the first round from Overwatch team. Someone was using the Junkrat. Angry Peasantry's Jahan was not getting a great deal out of that. Okay, it looks like we're going to be going to Hollywood for our hybrid map. And Overwatch team has elected to defend, so they will be in blue this time.
Alright guys, showing the map score right now. I think we got this right. Overwatch team's leading 1-0 over Angry Peasantry. But yeah, moving into Hollywood next. So Angry Peasantry is actually going to be attacking first, so they'll be on the red side. And I mean, what adjustments they have to make? You guys are talking about the Junkrat. Angry Peasantry is bringing. Do you think they bring it back here on attack for Hollywood?
I mean, it's certainly possible, right? You know, just like in football, any given Sunday, the teams do seem to be reasonably evenly matched, so they could certainly turn around. Maybe they're just not really good at control maps, so maybe Hollywood is their map of their choice of map. So let's see how well they do on that.
All right, with that, we'll be getting right into game. Go ahead and take it away, game jamming.
Here we go. The game is starting. I think the keys here is going to be which direction they are going to come through on the attack, and if they're going to stay grouped up when they push in. Sticking with the Lucio and getting the speed boost, I don't know whether they're going to go directly to the point, if they're going to try to go on top of the building that is right next to the point.
Yeah, taking that high ground can be pretty key for a lot of strategies when you're attacking the Hollywood point A. It really depends what kind of composition they're running, what kind of composition the defense is running. So defensively, Overwatch team is sitting on that Ryan Diva combo with a Junk and McCree. Lucio and Mercy are your supports. No surprises there. I'm surprised we're seeing a lot of McCrees lately in both these matches. Not a lot of soldiers.
I'm a little bit surprised about that too. I feel like Soldier is still a very effective choice for getting damage. But we saw that in the hands of Masters and Grandmasters, McCree was super effective at dealing with Pharahs. Maybe that's what they're trying to mimic. If they think a Pharah might be coming out, McCree is a great choice. However, they're not running the Zenyatta, which I think the Discord may help them here. However, they are sticking with the Lucio, which is still a good choice for a grouped up team.
All right, Angry Peasantry is showing a triple tank composition yet again, with the Winston Zarya followed by a Roadhog, and just the McCree as their DPS, as well Mercy Lucio for supports.
Here we go. We have the match starting up. Diva firing in the missiles, and Zarya immediately trying to get the bubble to get a little bit of charge here. They're pushing in, and they're going to see the setup. It looks like they are spread out, but mostly on point. So looks like they are pushing around. The AP is pushing around to the backside of the point.
There's an early pick onto Kron by the attacking team, but then the Dinosaur reses him immediately. Nanigi is demech'd, however, so the attackers do have a bit of advantage. They need to capitalize on this. Oh, Dinosaur goes down. No reses, no tanks.
Overwatch team is just left with Junkrat and Lucio on the point. They're going to have to buy some time, but it's probably going to be a futile effort here.
Yeah, as you see Unarmed Paco go down, PMA Bomber does get a kill, but then he's immediately taken up a Jethound as well. Kron goes down, and Angry Peasantry is going to take this point in a pretty convincing attack, with 3 minutes remaining on the clock.
That was a really strong attack there, and unfortunately you had the Lucio and Junkrat isolated and by themselves, not getting anything done.
Oh, it looks like Pulse 61 and Jahan went up to attack the defenders far up, and they got punished for that. Both of them got killed. But
luckily, it's to the attacker's advantage, so the spawn rate is not so bad. It's they'll just have to regroup and try again.
Yep, that payload just keeps moving along as they come walking back. Both teams sitting on a bunch of ults now. Here goes the first ult for Pulse 61 punching off. And here's, and then followed by an Earthshatter. Oh, comboed with that Diva Bomb. 5-6 team kill.
That was a fantastic combo right there. The Earthshatter hitting everybody and Diva coming. Great job.
Well, that's 2 ults used by Overwatch team. Angry Peasantry is sitting on 4 of their ults now, despite the one used by Pulse 61. So they might be able to turn this around immediately after.
So Kron sitting up on the side up high. Lucio is able to get off his boop, and it looks like Overwatch team is holding strong, picking off the Winston early, and here comes the ult from Soldier.
Attack visor kill on K Ninja. Demon Bomb does go down. Here's the res. Kron kills himself with the Helix rocket. Dragon Crux tries to use Deadeye, gets no kills on it. Well, it gets in a DMAC. Kron's res. Demon Lord goes down as well. The attacker's now sitting on a slight advantage, but not a whole lot. Niniki gets back in mech. Oh, Kron gets a couple of kills. And a res from Dinosaur. Never mind, the defense is going to hold very strong here with another kill on K Ninja. Earthshatter there.
Just to confirm those kills.
Heroes never die.
And it's okay. It looks like Overwatch team is back to full strength once again, so they are doing a good job. But they are now down to 2 ults, one on the Diva and one on Lucio very, very soon at 97%.
Zombie Toast just got their Graviton Surge, so let's see if there's no one to combo that with, however. So let's see if they use that. Otherwise, the attack. Oh, Pulse 61 is dead. There goes self-destruct. Graviton comes out with no value from Zombie. Zombie is Toast all by themselves and immediately killed by Kron.
Oh, and Kron is going to go for more picks. He's just going to try to hold them back. I would say a little bit early on that ult pop because it didn't get anything done.
Yeah, really unfortunate use of the attack visor here. Neither of these teams has been getting a whole lot of use out of their ults. You know, wasted attack visor there from Khan and the wasted Graviton Surge from Zombie Toast, who switched over to Roadhog.
So it looked like it's going to come down to that shield battle. Can they take down the Reinhardt shield with the D.Va helping out? And it's going back and forth with no clear successor yet. The hook misses from Zombie Toast, but now the shots are going his way.
2 immediate kills by that, but followed up, the defense gets 2 kills to follow that as well. So both teams are pretty even. The attackers have the advantage of the closer spawn. Demon Lord goes down, so the defenders are lost their tank, but he gets rezzed. Dinosaur flies in, flies out. And now they're fighting back onto the payload. The attackers are skirmishing. They're throwing in some Junkrat bombs, hooks. Oh, there goes Kron. Eats a couple of Junkrat bombs to the face.
That was a good, important pick, and that'll hopefully get them to start moving the cart. But Overwatch team is not giving up. They're not conceding the points. PM Obama goes in, gets a bunch of kills.
Yeah, Naniga gets 2 with the self-destruct. PM Obama gets another one with Death Blossom, followed up by shotguns for 2 more. And a kill on Zombie Toast for that stagger. And Angry Peasantry is looking very poor now. They've been stuck at this door for a good 3 minutes now with nothing to show for it. They've got 4 ults now. Oh, but they have 5. Let's see if they can do anything with those.
This is definitely their time. There is only a minute left, but if they can get a good push and hold it. Here's Shatter comes in. It doesn't get anything done.
Break it down from Trouble Clef and Attack Visor. Oh, Jaehan gets 2 more. 2 kills with that Rip Tire. Kron takes out Jaehan immediately after, and the Rez picks up Demon Lord back up. Unarmed Taco comes up as well. All of Overwatch team is standing. And the attackers are in bad shape.
Definitely in very bad shape. PM Obama has been in the back lines this entire time dealing damage and is wrecking the Roadhog. Roadhog's not getting a lot done when you've got a Reaper that's in your face.
Alright, we've only got 15 seconds left. Angry Peasantry has got to regroup. Demon Lord is up there with a couple of his teammates with a very aggressive defense. Alright, Tracer comes dashing around the back line trying to get onto the payload. Oh, and gets sniffed up by Kron and shot and Helix rocketed to death. 1 second left. We are now in overtime. Angry Peasantry is going to have to hold onto it.
They're trying to hold strong right here. There's only Winston left on the point.
The Death Blossom and Self-Destruct picked up 3 kills right away for the defending team, which is going to prove to probably be a very powerful advantage. Here's Attack Visor from Kron. Pulse 61 goes down. Jaehan tries to throw in that tire, but it's just too little too late.
So after Angry Peasants had a strong start, they are not even able to get very much past the first point.
Yeah, they can't even get through the doors there, which is unfortunate. So Overwatch team, all they've got to do is they've got to capture point A and then push the cart. Well, I mean, the cart did actually get up to the general store before just slowly rolling back due to time decay. But that's not really far for Overwatch team to have to go here.
Yeah, so I think the goal here should be just hold them on the first point. Because if it gets past first point, it really isn't that hard to get to the general store up that far.
No, definitely not. It's actually a pretty difficult position to hold to, because the attackers have that advantage of the respawns being so close. I give props to Overwatch team for being able to hold there. So let's see what we're looking here on team composition wise. Overwatch team has already picked all 6 of their people here with a 2-2-2 comp. Kron is on the Genji now. We haven't seen that much of that out of him yet. Defensively, so what do you think Angry Peasantry is going to have to do in their team comp here to really hold?
So the question here is Pulse 61 gonna Pulse, we're going to see whether there's whether a Reinhardt comes out or not, but I haven't seen him pick yet, which is getting a little concerning now that we're 25 seconds in. I think the Reaper is definitely key here, especially since the fights have been extended. Reaper can get a lot of value out of his shotguns, of course. But yeah, if we have Zombie Toast on the Roadhog, that should also help out because of the healing as well. I'm going to check to make sure everything's okay.
Alright, Pulse 61 has finally picked up his Reinhardt, but hopefully he's going to be able to get to his team in time.
Hopefully.
As the attackers roll out of their spawn and come pushing up towards the choke points.
So let's see if PME Obama can get a lot of value out of Junkrat. It looks like they're pushing in very, very strong, going for the back lines, and immediately gets a pick on Mercy, which is key to this battle.
Both Mercies go immediately down, but Demon Lord and Kron pick up another couple kills. There goes Zombie Toast as well. The Overwatch team is in great shape. There's only Jahan left to contest a point, and he goes down to a Junkrat mine.
That was so effective. They did a great job of having Reinhardt and D.Va lead the charge with shields, which allowed PME Obama to go straight for the Mercy pick. He got the pick first, which meant the rest of the team of Angry Peasants had to regroup, and they were not able to regroup in time.
Oh, and there's a kill on Nanigi. D-Mech dead. Dinosaur goes dashing in there to get that res, but Nanigi can't get out of there in time and is immediately killed. Here comes a Riptire from PME Obama. No value, unfortunately. And the attacking team is a little bit stalled, but that payload is still moving. All right. Kill on Jahan, who gets rezzed. And the sword from Kron is out. Gets 2 kills before he's finally killed by Zenyatta.
This is going to be a tough hold here. The Earth Shatter comes out and only gets 1. That's enough. And the payload's still moving. They better get on the point. 2 meters, 1 meter. Roadhog can't make it. He's unfortunately cornered in the back lines. And Overwatch team takes the point 2-1 in a very quick fashion.
And Jahan did pop his tactical visor in an attempt to contest, but he didn't get anything. Oh, here's that D.Va bomb from Nanigi. The Wombo combo.
That was literally everything. And the thanks at the end.
All right, another strong showing from Overwatch team, taking it 2-0 as they win Hollywood. Next map is going to be Salt.
Wow, quick game there. As Overwatch team moves up now 2-0 in the map score. So go ahead and show that here as we played through Ilios and Hollywood there. Man, PME Obama really coming through on the Reaper pick there. That was, I mean, we saw him do quite well on Ilios, but definitely wasn't expecting that. I don't know if you guys have any have identified anyone as you feel were really carrying that game, but I definitely saw the Reaper play as being quite strong.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty good. Nanigi was actually doing a lot of work on the D.Va as well, I thought. There was a bit of overextension on both teams. Demon Lord was getting very aggressive on his Reinhardt at times, but his team was able to get there and back him up in time before he was killed. Most of the time, at least. So, not too bad from Overwatch team there.
It was actually pretty effective overall. They were working together as a group pretty well. I was impressed with Angry Peasant's first push. I thought they had a very strong attack and did a good job. Unfortunately, it totally fell apart when it came to the second push. They just couldn't figure out how to get past that choke point, and it can be a little bit tough, but they should have had the spawn advantage, and unfortunately were not able to take advantage of it. I also felt that Jahan unfortunately wasn't getting a ton of value out of his Riptires or the choke point that you think the Junkrat could take advantage of.
Indeed, I mean that's a key example of where Junkrat is great. Like, you've got that narrow choke, the card is in it, and you just got to throw bombs into it. All right, so it looks like our next pick is going to be Volskaya Industries, and Overwatch team has chosen to defend.
Now I'm curious to see here whether Overwatch team shows us some Sombra stats, or they're going to run their traditional comp that seems to still be working out pretty good.
All right, looks like we have a quick hold from Overwatch team before we actually get into the map.
Yeah, sure. Well, let's go ahead and take this time to take a break and show, actually, just a sellout break. If you guys see on the bottom of the stream there, see it's swapping through just at owuniversity.com, twitch.tv. Of course, if you're watching this, you are here, but definitely check out all the social media channels here. It's just whatever/OW University. If you guys want to play we're in the middle of season 3 right now, but we of course will have a season 4. And what we do is we divvy up we bucket everyone that wants to play into different divisions, so we're making sure that the play is as competitive as possible. I just want to make sure that when you are playing as a 6 stack is completely different from playing in ranked, right? Because then you know what role you're going into and you can really specialize in that role. So if you guys are checking out the games, of course we cast the games here every Saturday during the seasons as well. So if you guys are interested in getting casting like Game Gen and Thenlar here, or even the production side like I'm doing, you guys should definitely come to the Discord, which you'll find through the sites as well. I think it's discord.gg/OWUniversity for more information. But yeah, so now that we're back from our sellout break, we're moving into Volskaya. What are you guys looking for from Angry Peasantry to come back? Is there one person they need to shut down, or is that a certain playstyle they need to be able to do better?
I think they just need a little bit better coordination. Maybe focus firing, target calling would really help them out here.
Yeah, and if they were going to talk about focusing down a player, along with communication is definitely key. You have to pay attention. There seems to be that the Overwatch team is getting into their back lines a lot. And so if they could pay attention to that a little bit, they may have a better chance of holding off their strong Reapers or Junkrats pushing in.
Yes, definitely. Looks like we had a crash there on Overwatch team. That's why there's a slight delay. But they've managed to relaunch Overwatch and rejoin the custom game.
All right, good stuff. We're going to be going soon, but again, after Volskaya will be the escort map as well. So even if Overwatch team does take this, we're going to continue to play that map for anyways, just for the map score. So any thoughts before we get into this next match?
Nope, I'm just looking for a good game here. Volskaya Industries is 2CP, which is a bit of a easy first point, hard second point. So let's see if Overwatch team can manage that full hold on point A.
I'd be interesting to see if they are going to run a Sombra strat, or if they are going to stick with the strat that seems to be working for them. But I wouldn't put past Angry Presence to come up with a surprise and continue to push, because they did show some strong pushes. It was just a matter of catching Overwatch team off guard.
Absolutely. So defensively, it looks like Overwatch team is not going anything too crazy here. Well, Kron was on the McCree. Okay, he switched over to the Soldier now. So we're looking at a Soldier and Junkrat for DPS, a Ryan Diva, and a Mercy Lucio. So pretty standard comp here, nothing crazy.
Nothing too crazy at all. Nani again on Diva, which, like you were saying, was doing a pretty impressive display in the last few games, and hopefully can keep it up. Looking over to Angry Peasants, we have Jahan on the Roadhog, Trouble Clef on the Reinhardt. We've got Winston for K Ninja, Pulse on the Lucio, and we got...
I don't think they're running a 5 tank attack comp.
No, come on. It's going to be 5 tanks. Let's see it. That would be an awesome...
Tanks plus Lucio.
They're trolling me really hard right now.
Trouble Clef is sitting in the spawn room still, in the spawn area, so don't know if he's... Nope, wait. They're doing it.
They're doing it. They're doing it. Let's see it.
5 tank attack. Let's see how this works.
Strong, effective push. They're pushing it with a speed boost. Here it goes. Diva's already on point.
Diva's demech'd, however. And because she's on the point, there's a kill on Jahan. And, ooh, ow. And there the attack kills come rolling in. Team kill.
Team kill. Unfortunately, that did not pan out, and Mercy is able to revive the 1 kill that they did get. So, regroup. Let's try a new strategy. Unless they're going to stick with it. We're going to see. Nope, they're deciding, and they've switched over. We now have a McCree Zenyatta, much more standard 3 tank comp.
Yeah, a little more balance with some actual healing here available. K-Ninja's on the Mercy as well, so no more Lucio. It was an interesting idea trying to blitz with the Lucio speed boost, but they were basically just running through a gauntlet of fire and not really returning any, so of course they're gonna die.
It was tough. It was a worthy attempt. PMEO Obama goes down really low, but gets healed up. Saved.
Oh, and Jihan was up there on the Pharah, gets picked off by Kron pretty quickly, and now the teams are skirmishing at this choke point here. Reinhardt's charging all around. Zombie Toast is in trouble. Nope, he's dead.
Jahan's trying to get work done, but unfortunately gets held back at the choke, and they're going to have to wait for another regroup. Going to try to build up some charge. We do have 3 ults sitting on the side of Overwatch team. So they have to pay attention, because if that Riptire comes through, it could just tear apart their team once again.
Yeah, I mean, Anigi got a couple more kills with a self-destruct there, 2 more kills, and that really broke the back of Angry Peasantry's attack. They came in through that corner, and then the remainder was just crushed down with a finishing off. Overwatch team is doing a good job of finishing these fights.
Here comes the Riptire coming through. Going for the Reinhardt and does get the kill, but I think the Mercy will come in for the res. There it comes, and Junkrat gets picked. That's a pretty big deal.
Unfortunately, plus 61 was very far forward. They had dove all the way into the back and got killed, demeched and killed without any support from his team. And now Overwatch team is still holding this choke, and Angry Peasantry is going to be sitting there and waiting to regroup.
We see Farah up at the top here for Jahan is trying to get some damage done, but just poking right now, trying to see where there's an opportunity. The self-destruct comes through, doesn't get anything.
Jahan comes in the back with the rocket barrage. There's no one to shoot at, and Anigi comes up with the defense matrix, followed by a self-destruct. Gets a kill on Drago Crux. Jahan goes down to his attack visor as well, and Overwatch team's got a strong defense. 3 kills so far.
And unfortunately, we have 2 Mercies up in the air, and Kayron gets the kill on the Mercy from Angry Peasants. So they're going to have to regroup again, and they're going to have time for one last push.
Yeah, pretty convincing defense here from Overwatch team. Like I said, they might get that point A full hold. PME Obama is about to get that Death Blossom, so look for some kind of just float in and ultimate death kill edgelord maneuver there. He's he jumped up to the high grounds, teleported up there, but he has to fall back.
Pulse pushing in with the Diva, trying to see if he can get through. Unfortunately, we have Dragon Crux getting picked off at the choke point. They're holding. Jahan has switched over to the Tracer and is on the point.
PME Obama does fall that Death Blossom into the backline, get in trouble, Clef, and there's a kill on Zombie Toast, who gets rezzed. And then K-Ninja's immediately killed after the rezzing. And Angry Peasantry is just losing one hero after another. There's the last one. Overtime, taken down.
Wow, did you see that Earth Shatter right at the end by Demon Lord? It was a perfectly done so that everybody died on the point, including catching the Tracer that was running around.
0. Switching sides.
You called it, man. You called it with full defense.
Call me Nostradamus. I'm changing my handle.
So the question here is, do you think Angry Peasants can return the favor?
Well, it's going to be tough. They haven't been showing their best so far. I'm wondering if they're going to pull out some kind of cancer comp to pull that off. It'd be a long 4 minutes, but they don't have any other options at this point.
Yeah, stranger things have happened. Dinosaur showing the troll pick on Symmetra, but oh wait, Torbjorn? I'm not sure exactly what they're going to run just yet, but I'm assuming they're going to run the fairly standard. Junkrat makes a lot of sense here, and of course we'll see Mercies on both sides. Yeah,
So still waiting on 2 picks here for Angry Peasantry. They're probably debating what kind of composition they want to go with for this full hold attempt.
They've decided to go with a Diva as one tank alongside the Roadhog by Zombie Toast, and then Pulse is running potentially a Mei and getting out of the spawn. So it is a Mei for the defense, which actually an interesting choice. What do you think of the Mei?
You know, Mei's kind of like what they call a cooldown tank, right? Like she can block, she can self-heal, she can, be immune based on her strength for cooldown. So it's kind of like running that triple tank composition. In addition to that, heavy control she gets from freezing people solid. Not a bad idea. It could slow down some of the members of the attackers, like Kron and the Genji there. So let's see how it works out for them. The attackers are moving in.
Deciding to hold back way on point if they can. And Reinhardt is immediately pushing in for Overwatch team, so they're already on the point trying to get damage done, but Mei is freezing people left and right.
Charge almost landed on plus 61, who's bumped in the air, was able to heal himself. Oh, but then he gets hammered to death by Demon Lord anyways. Jaehan does get a kill and a D-Mech, however, and there's a resurrect on plus 61. So Angry Peasantry's defense is working for the time being.
Mei is doing a fantastic job of holding. Diva is down is out of armor. So it looks like Overwatch team is going to need to regroup.
Yep, there's a kill on Kron and Nanigi. Nanigi was actually about to get back into mech, which would have been a terrible idea, because if he had done so, he would have been immediately demeched and just fed 600 ult charge to Angry Peasantry. So it's probably a good thing he got killed before he could.
Now, Trouble Clef is still trying to catch up to the point, so it's going to be a 5v6 for just a little bit. But no, he does make it just in the nick of time. Here comes the push from Overwatch team. They're going in with a speed boost once again.
Kron pulls out that sword, looking after Trouble Clef, and gets headshot by the Zenyatta. Female Obama does, however, get a D-Mech and kill. Resurrected on Kron. Here's a sound barrier coming in for Overwatch team. Blizzard comes, Blizzard
and gets eaten by the Diva.
Oh, that's not good. There's Earthshatter from Demon Lord. He runs into the Mei wall and gets no kills out of that.
Trying to work on the Roadhog, but the Roadhog busts out his ult.
Self-destruct picks up K Ninja and Drago Crux. Jaehan does come back to the point to blast Kron with his Helix rockets. But Angry Peasantry is in a bit of trouble here. Jaehan does go down to a Riptire, and now it's just Pixel, or Pulse and Trouble Clef. Oh, here's Drago Crux with the self-destruct.
Gets a kill on Lucio, and they're buying time. The wall goes up. Can't get away. Oh, this gets picked out right before. And is now cornered all by herself, freezing to death.
I'm on fire.
Dangerous defense there by Angry Peasantry.
That was definitely very close, but actually Pulse was doing a terrific job of Mei staying alive and using the walls to great effect.
Yeah, definitely. Freezing the opposing attackers who are forced to drop down and stop. Kron has gone off of the Genji and is now on McCree as they push into the face of two ults of the defenders.
Oh, great early kill. It's going to get res up immediately, but down again is the Mercy. So we're now down to the 5-on-5.
Demon Lord is immediately killed again after trying to charge, and here's the Pulse fires up that Blizzard, but it's a little unnecessary as they get two more kills right off the bat, and there's only two remaining members of Overwatch team are forced to retreat, but they get walled in at plus 61. Also to
Oh, this is terrific. That was a fantastic wall off right there at the end to buy a bunch of extra time.
Definitely. Pulse 61 is showing the skills of a Mei. We're down to 22 seconds. We're on the last push for Overwatch team. They've got to get that 33% on the point. Nanini flies on the point, pops self-destruct, and he doesn't get anyone.
Angry Presence is still sitting on the Transcendence. Jaehan pops his ult. It looks like the kills are still going Angry Peasant's way. Mercy's up in the air, healing everybody. There's only Roadhog, PME, Obama, McCree, and Zenyatta left. They're holding strong.
Well,
The point is kicked.
Kron and Demon Lord are the only ones left alive. Kron gets frozen and killed. Demon Lord gets a bomb onto Zombie Toast, but then dies.
the miracle happens. They do a full hold as well to get the draw. Honestly, in a tremendous effort from Angry Peasants, the Mei was doing lots of work. We saw Trouble Clef doing a good job. Everybody was working together really well. It was pretty darn impressive. What do you think of that defense?
You know what? That's pretty good. What I'm really surprised about is a Lucio play of the game without a booth kill.
That's true. That's just as impressive.
Whoa. You know what, guys? You know what I would say? Ask me what I think about how Pulse did there.
How do you feel about Pulse there?
Pulse did amazing. Come on. So many pun opportunities you guys missed there. And for the future, the ice wall is isolation. Okay, there you go. All right, guys, I'm done with my May puns. We're done here. No, I'm just kidding. We got some more matches going on. I'm so sorry. But this is going to be, we're going to mark it as 3-1 now because the tie, they both kind of score there, even though they got 0. But yeah, this is just how we report ties here in Overwatch University League. But now, yeah, it's going to be Angry Peasantry will unfortunately be losing this matchup to Overwatch team. But I mean, they did save that from being a lot worse than it could have been, right? With that defense, that full hold defense. But yeah, so we're going to be moving on to Escort after that. But I do have to call out for on the back line. I think it was Zombie Toast. No, Trouble Clef, who was on the Zenyatta, right? Holding on to, I don't know if you guys saw, but he was basically fragging out from the back line. And, you know, while the team
on the ulti Genji.
Yeah, just like got that kill. But in addition, during one of the other pushes as well, it was just like way tucked in the corner where Sombra normally hacks on that left side on the defense. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think about who were the standout players for you in that match?
Do we have to say anybody but the Mei? I mean, the Mei was amazing. But don't get me wrong, the rest of the team was coordinating with the Mei very well. So we did even get to see the awesome effect of Ice Wall blocking a sound barrier from hitting other characters. Literally, the Ice Wall went up, the sound barrier went down when Lucio was in front, so it missed 2 or 3 players. And it's one of those interesting things you just don't see Mei all that much, except for a full, holding a defense on point 2. But working on point 1, it seemed to do pretty well.
Yeah, to give Angry Peasantry some props on that compositional pick with the good work around it. So Angry Peasantry does get the second pick, or to repeat the map choice, and they've gone with Watchpoint Gibraltar, and Overwatch team is yet again going to defend. So Overwatch team in blue, Angry Peasantry in red still.
There we go. Looks like our game should be starting up pretty soon. But it was awesome to see the effort. And now what's important to note is that even though Angry Peasants can no longer get the win, every game win will help their record for when the playoffs come up.
Absolutely. So, guys, we're getting ready for this next matchup. But again, this is going to be our last match of the day, unfortunately. But so just have to thank you guys again for tuning in. Of course, we have one more map of Overwatch. Check it. Actually, I really like Watchpoint Gibraltar, especially seeing how teams move from first point to second point. There's a lot of opportunity for momentum. This is probably one of the most, like this and maybe King's Row, one of the biggest momentum maps that are out there, right? So with the hangar and whatnot. So playing around a Reinhardt, how do you guys feel? Both these teams are showing a lot of emphasis on winning the Shield War. Of course, Overwatch team has been doing so, and they did call it out as we talked about pregame. How do you guys think this is going to play out?
Well, I mean, on the payload map, definitely Rhino is really important because you need someone protecting the people who are pushing that payload. We're just going to have to see how the positioning works for both these teams. Like, they've got Overwatch team is going to be defending first. Can they hold full point A? And if they do, it's going to be a matter of getting that in front of that car wash, putting the Rhino in front of there, and defending from that server room, and holding Angry Peasantry.
I'll definitely point out there that just as you were calling out, positioning is really key on this map, especially in the first point. A lot of times you're tempted to jump down to contest the car immediately, but a lot of times it makes more sense to wait for the car to pass a little bit further, closer to the end of point 1, before actually trying to do any contesting, just because the advantage is so much better there for the defenders than it is at the beginning of the point.
Yeah, that's right. And definitely on the red side too. I mean, they calling out, Jahan, I forgot how I've been saying his name, but Dragon Crux and the Soldier 76 and McCree hit scan prowess there. Going to be a lot of long sight lines, so it'll be interesting to see how well they can defend against Overwatch team here. Could turn it into a, what was it? I guess it would be a 2-3 to finish it up.
Yeah, that would be good work by Angry Peasantry to turn this around. Angry Peasantry on attack is currently showing Pulse 61 on a Widowmaker, so that's highly unusual. Although not that unusual for the map, but unusual for Angry Peasantry at least. And game jamming looks like Overwatch team is sitting on a standard 2-2-2 comp here for their defense.
Yep, I definitely like the play for the Junkrat. If he can hold the choke points, especially the stairs, going down this very first part right here, and hold those small spots, you can get lots done. And we've seen PM Obama has really been very strong on the DPS characters. It's also, you see them holding what I call the correct position up here on top. And so it's just a matter of when do they drop down, and whether they are able to make effective use of dropping down, or whether they get caught out by Angry Peasants.
All right, 5 seconds till the doors open. Looks like Angry Peasantry is coming out the bottom main doors. Long-range shots getting treated on both sides. Early Junkrat trap is killed, and Angry Peasantry jumps on the cart.
They're pushing up the cart, taking their time, being patient, and they're going to wait for the opportunity, while the same time Overwatch team is doing the same. They're waiting for the drop down, waiting, and they're letting the cart pass a little bit.
Alright, Angry Peasantry is taking more damage to their tanks, and Jahan is all picked off but immediately rezzed. Alright, John Mitos goes jumping up there, eats a lot of damage, almost dies. Dragon Crux is demeched, however, by Unarmed Taco. But PM Obama is headshot by Pulse. Unarmed Taco is headshot by Pulse as well. Demon Lord goes down. And it looks like Overwatch team made the wrong choice in jumping down there to contest.
Kind of thought they were going to have it there for a little bit, but oh, Pulse is cleaning up right now. McCree tried to hide, did not work out.
Alright, Overwatch team is going to have to gather up for this defense, but they send out 3 members a little bit prematurely. And now they're eating shots into their heads from Pulse 61, gets a kill on Demon Lord. Unarmed Taco goes down next. Dinosaur comes in to get that res, but dies immediately thereafter.
Oh man, Pulse is really taking advantage of the positioning, being able to stay up on the high ground. Literally no one's contesting him, getting a bunch of free shots in, and able to clean up point 1.
Alright, Angry Peasantry moving into the hangar phase with a very speedy time. Widow shots coming in from Pulse 61, gets a hit on Kron, who runs away. Both teams just kind of trading out long-range fire here. You know, Overwatch team's really going to need an answer for Pulse 61 on that Widow. There's a lot of sight lines in this map as well.
It is seriously important that they do something to contest. Genji is trying to do a little bit of work. Pulse pushes in closer, and now is forced to back off.
Alright, Jahan gets a kill onto that rip tire. Oh, Kron does get plus 61 in the back.
This is not your time.
But it looks like the revive comes through by Mercy. Oh, Jahan is busting out his ult, gets a kill on Mercy.
But then Demon Lord Earth shatters Jahan and gets a pin kill on him. Kron finishes off Zombitos as well, and the defense is going to stabilize halfway through point 2 here on Gibraltar. Let's see if Pulse 61 is going to swap off that Widow. Stick with that.
It looks like she's sticking with it. She shoots out her mine so she can get some sight, and is looking for her next opportunity. Genji's trying to contest on the high ground. But, oh, and Diva's pushing through. Good job. Keep her back.
All right, looks like Angry Peasantry is split up very badly, but they get a kill on PME Obama into the corner there by Drago Crux, and then a kill on Unarmed Taco as well. It's 2 down on the defenders, although a res comes in, but Dinosaur dies immediately after resing.
Kayron down to 2 health. He needs a little bit of health before he can push in with his Dragon Blade. But right now is waiting for the heals.
And Nanigi gets a self-destruct kill on Drago Crux's neck, and this payload is pushing ahead with very rapidly, almost to the end of point 2 here. And now the defense, Kron finally picks off Paul 61, but here comes a Transcendence in response to a Dragon Blade from Kron. Kron's ineffectually swinging away with the sword, unable to get any kills, and gets killed by Drago Crux.
Kills are going back left and right. Jay Hondo has his ult out and is able to get a pick off of K-Ron and is still alive, doing some damage.
Alright, Pulse is picked back up as the attack visor kill from Jahan, but the res from Dinosaur picks up PM Obama, and the attacking team is forced to retreat and regroup.
Unarmed Taco did a great job at the beginning of that fight, hiding as Lucio up high and able to hold the point long enough for his team to get back there and regroup. Did a great job surviving. I didn't think he should survive, but he did. Did a great job there.
Here comes that Riptire from Primal PME Obama. He goes right past the Mercy, his tire gets killed, and then he gets headshot by Pulse 61. Self-destruct goes flying into the back for no value. A lot of kills coming in here for the attacking team here now. Demon Tide goes down and Nigi loses their neck. The Unarmed Taco is contesting the payload and no one's dealing with him.
He's just living and living, and now he's able to activate his sound barrier, so he's going to live through this fight as well.
Although
Angry Peasant's
Dinosaur
going to need to regroup.
is killed in the back. Nini gets 2 kills. Oh, Zombie Toast punching away with those big Winston fists, gets 1, 2, 3 kills. And the attacking team's got a huge advantage now. All they gotta do is finish off these 2 people contesting. There's the D-Mech. Resurrect on Demon Lord, and Nini does go down, however, so it's still just the 1 tank trying to deal with that Winston going after his Mercy.
And Jahan finally says, Lucio, you need to die. And so they're able to take that out and start pushing the payload. But it is down to 50 seconds.
This is a slow push, very grindy. As Overwatch team gets
shield. Go ahead.
Jahan's attack visor is mostly blocked, but he gets the critical kill on Dinosaur. Here's the self-destruct from the Nigi. Pulse 61 is taken out by it, as well as the D-Mech. Jahan goes down to the swing and hammer. Unarmed Taco is killed by Diva, but not going to do much good there, as K-Ninja goes down as well for the attacking team, leaving them merciless to the merciless advance from the defenders.
So they're going to have time for one last push with 10 seconds left. This is definitely going to go to overtime here. They've got the Winston to come jump in and hopefully buy some time.
Oh, there's a double kill from Demon Lord.
Jahan's jumping around on the payload, but he's going to go down the Reinhardt swing soon. Pulse is then unfortunately taken out with the Earth Shatter.
Alright, both teams are scrapping it on the payload. Now Jahan does get killed by Nanigi, and there's a D-Mech on Drago Crux, a dash kill on Treble Clef. The attackers are in trouble. All they've got left is 2. 1, Drago Crux is dead. It's just Zombie Toast swinging his fist around. Oh, he gets pinned by the Demon Lord, and then killed by the blast from the self-destruct.
Man, so that was kind of a crazy battle where we had a good, strong push from Angry Peasants for a little bit. But right there on second point, they just fell apart. Unfortunately, Overwatch team put up a really strong fight right there, and the kills were just going their way.
Yeah, I mean, after that very strong push from Angry Peasantry just rolling through point 1, it took a while for Overwatch team's defense to stiffen, but now it's not too far of a push for them, and if they can get, basically to the end of point 2, they're going to win this map. Well, I was going to say 4-0, but there was that draw, so 4-1.
Yeah, definitely the 4-1 there, but it's still a pretty good effort overall from Angry Peasants. They just need to regroup for the defense here and see if they can get the hold.
Indeed. Looks like Pulse 61 is sitting on that May again, which, as we recall, they used to great effect in Volskaya. So, let's see if Pulse 61 can pull off a full hold, or Pulse 61 can help his team pull off that full hold on point A to get that, honor win here on Watch Point Gibraltar.
All they have to do is use May to ice the attack. That was the best pun I've got. I'm sorry.
I
hear the groans.
Don't quit your day job.
Yeah. I'm not going to be casting full time. I won't be here next week, guys. Just a FYI.
Thank God. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud?
Vincent, are you experiencing any issues with your genetic?
All right, so we still have the May showing, so it is definitely real. We've got a standard defense running still the Winston Diva for defense as opposed to the Reinhardt. So it looks like they're going a little bit more divey.
Yeah, and Overwatch team is running that full-up death ball composition here with the McCree and Junkrat hiding behind that Reinhardt shield. Here comes that payload moving up. Both teams are firing off shots at long range.
Zombie Toast is using Winston to hold off the stairs, but is going to have to give it up to the pressure from the McCree and the Junkrat. And Mercy gets picked off, which is a big deal. K-Ninja going down. They're going to have to hold very strong while they're waiting for the Mercy to respawn.
All right, there's a kill on Trouble Clef Soul. Kron does go down, but he's immediately resurrected. It's a good push for Overwatch team. They've got all their people still up on this cart moving forward. Pulse 61 goes down, can't carry his team now. And then immediately 2 more kills follow after that. This payload is making it to point 1. And here you can see Kron rolling out of that stairwell, catching up to K-Ninja, who's caught out of position, and immediately kills.
Fortunately, Winston had to give up the point from the pressure of McCree and Junkrat, and they were able to get that real quick. And here we are, the cart continuing to push.
And Demon Lord had a very risky charge into the back line there. His team immediately followed up and kept him from dying. Angry Peasantry is in a lot of trouble now as they only have a couple people just getting creamed. There goes K-Ninja. Drago Crux does get the kill on Kron, but the res comes up right away. That cart is moving. It's almost there. Zombie Toast is just in time to contest. Here's Pulse 61. That May, as we know, is a great stall. Going into that ice block. Oh, immediately comes out ice block. Charged, killed by Demon Toast. That's the game.
That is the game indeed. And despite Winston coming in there with his ult, he was taken down from 1,000 down to 100 in a split second.
Take a look at this play of game from Drago Crux.
Did you see that? He held the mouse one button.
Hold M1. And he hit E. I saw him hit E. There were rockets going out.
Excellent.
Yeah, there definitely were the rockets out. I would say that was Widowmaker play of the game where Diva held the mouse one and Widowmaker was getting tons of clean shots on the head of Reinhardt.
All right, guys. Well, that is going to do it for our games today. So congratulations. Good games. Well played to Overwatch team. Taking it 4-1 over Angry Peasantry. Again, we had that tie on Volskaya, so it counts as a win for both teams. But yeah, I mean, pretty smooth once it got past that first point. There's a key pick from that McCree on the side of Overwatch team as they're moving up. I believe that was Unarmed Taco. Was that? No, it was Krone. That was Krone on the McCree. Kron. But yeah, any other thoughts on this this match or the matchup in general?
Well, I mean, I'm glad at least that Angry Peasantry was able to pull out that draw on Volskaya, so we didn't see another 4-0 match up here. But that was really good work by Overwatch team. Angry Peasantry, they had a big problem there at the end with filtering. They didn't group up their defenders to push and defend as a 6-man stack. They just kept rolling in one person after another and just feeding into the guns of Overwatch team.
Yeah. for sure.
Yeah, they were doing a great job. Overwatch team was doing a great job of taking care of players and moving forward and being aggressive. Because sometimes you have a tendency to group up after a point is won, but no, they pushed forward and kept continuing the picks so that AP continued to be staggered over and over and over again.
For sure. All right, guys. Any final thoughts on this matchup or just the games today before we sign off?
No, that's it from me. Thank you all for watching. I've been Fenlar, and it's been a pleasure to casting for you guys.
Very cool. Game Jamming, go for it.
As far as I'm concerned, it was some great games. It was lots of fun to watch, and I am looking forward to the next games we get to see next week.
Very good stuff. Guys, well, thanks so much for joining us again. This has been Mushabi for your host, Game Jamming down there, and Fenlar down there. Their social media handles right under the name. Go and find them on Twitter, or just join the Discord and find us under the casters. Well, I think we're purple in the Discord. Why not? You can hit us up there. But yeah, guys, tell us in the Discord what you liked about the games, what you didn't like. And if you're looking for more Overwatch, you may have heard there's some other games going on called maybe, I don't know, Overwatch Contenders Finals. But tomorrow will be the finals. So you guys definitely check that out. And another thing as well, we moved our finals so they don't coincide with the BlizzCon day for the Overwatch World Cup. So we'll be the week afterwards. It'll be on November 11th, because on the 4th, everyone should be watching Overwatch World Cup finals. Hopefully seeing some USA in there. If they can get past South Korea. But guys, thanks so much for joining. Again, all the social media handles are at the bottom there. Been scrolling through. Check us out. And if you want to play the games, get in our Discord and get some info. If you want to cast and do production, get in our Discord and get that info. But it's been a pleasure having you guys here. And we will see you next week for week 5 games. So, goodbye and see you next time.
See y'all.